What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house?
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Well, good Thursday evening, Lobo fans. Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob here with your Thursday night edition of Longview Lobo Football, the John King Show. It's presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat of Longview. And we've got the star of the John King Coaches Show. Good morning, Coach King.
Good morning.
And last minute change in plans. You better have your systems in place because we playing on Thursday because supposedly tomorrow night is going to get pretty rough around here with the weather. And first thing, tell folks how that decision comes about, who makes that call, and then what happens.
You know, we had a little conversation, Coach Holmes and I, about 11 o'clock, how we felt about the weather and, possibility of moving the game. Either move to Thursday or move to Saturday. They have a college game there. I think Tyler Junior College plays their stadium Saturday at 3. So I said, I don't want to play at 10 in the morning. I don't want to play at 9 at night. So if we're going to do it, let's do it Thursday. So both of us had to contact our administration and got the blessing from our superintendents. And, just looking at the weather, the forecast that we had, and they talked to the people that have the weather bug at their stadium, and felt like we were going to get hit pretty hard on Friday. So we made the decision about 12:30. That was confirmed, and we went to dialing people up and tell them, hey, we got to have buses here, move this here, because you got, your band, your cheerleaders, your dance line, you've got radio, you've got bus transportation, post-game meal, pre-game meal. Just so many moving parts that part of a Friday night football game that you got to move to Thursday. And,
it ain't like moving a JV game, is it?
No.
But you do move
and that was part of that, too. We had to move them up till yesterday.
Yes, and how hard is that?
We were in the middle of our athletic period. Our kids are out there practicing. I'm in there on the phone, and I told them before we started practice, I said, there's a possibility things are going to change. So when I come back out, I'll let you know for sure. So, coaches, you make sure when we come out here today that we're not going through the motions. This may be your last practice before we play. Right. So the importance of this practice, you need to understand, go get it done. And that was the case. So we moved our games to sub-varsity games to Wednesday. Had to make sure we could get officials. Had to make sure we could get officials moved to our varsity game for Thursday. So there's just a lot of things that had to happen.
Yeah, but moving a varsity game is way different than moving a JV game because you don't have to move the band and the dance line and the media and all that and all that transportation over to Tyler. You got to get all those kids over there. I've seen coaches move JV games,
right,
with 10-minute warning.
When we discussed maybe not playing them, I said, well, these kids work. They need to play. Let's get, if we can get it in, let's get it in. But the priority was the varsity game. All that was taken care of before we did the JV, so that's kind of was a pecking order on that.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then did that affect your practice yesterday?
Yes, we were going to practice after school. So we got cut short of practice. Got cut short one Monday too because we went during our athletic period for about 75 minutes because of the rain forecast Monday afternoon. I said let's get it in. Then we can come back after school and do our weights and film and whatever else we normally do during athletics. So we got cut short a little bit. Tuesday was a good practice, and then, of course, yesterday.
Did you have anything planned that you needed to implement yesterday to these kids, part that they haven't really been exposed to so far?
All of our kicking game, because we had to change our athletic period schedule Tuesday due to PSAT testing. We had about 12 kids that were taking the PSAT test on campus that were part of our kicking game. So I said, we got to have those 12. So what we did Monday, we practiced during the period and lifted weights and watched film after school. Tuesday, we lifted weights and had meetings during the period and practiced after school. Then yesterday, we did all of our kicking game and then our down and distance situations there. So, we did lose a day. But like I told the kids, I said, here's the deal. We're an experienced football team, okay? We're in the 9th game of the year. So this is like making a halftime adjustment, except we're getting to do it a day in advance. Okay,
Right.
so whatever we got to do, I trust the fact you're mature enough to be able to handle the adjustment. So you know our scheme, offensively, defensively, our base scheme, and that's what we're going to hang our hat on. They give us a wrinkle, we know how to adjust to the wrinkle. So let's not make it more than it is. Kind of like, I told them early in the week, I said, hey, boys, get ready. It's going to rain Friday night. Don't wake up Friday morning and see it raining and think, oh, my God, it's raining. I think if you tell kids.
Where'd this come from?
Yeah, what's happening? We ain't seen rain around here forever, so you may have.
Right.
But to me, that's what you got to do. Just let your kids know and communicate to your kids. Say, here's the deal. Let's not make it more than it is. Control what you can control. You can all run around here in the tizzy. Oh, my God, the Lobos have changed their game. What are we doing? Why are we doing? Doesn't matter. Game's being played Thursday. For whatever reason, we're playing Thursday. Same thing Tyler has to do. Who can handle it?
Okay, when we saw each other in the parking lot, we got out of the truck at the same time. What was the first question I asked you? Was who called who?
Who called who?
Okay, so my conspiracy theorist in me is, Tricky Ricky, Rickland Holmes, he wants to move that game up a day and try and catch you on a short week and try and turn it into a street ball game.
Well, it's a short week for them, too. It's like I tell the kids, it rains on both sides of the field.
Right.
They got the same problem we got. They lost a day of practice. But it all comes down to this. I think it's a smart decision. Tyler High's having senior night at their place, last home game. You can move it to Thursday, or you can take the chance of playing it Friday in the rain at 50 degrees, and who's going to want to go watch that if that does happen?
Right.
So whatever. The forecasts get hit heavy about 8 or 9 o'clock Friday, and if you have to sit through that, then you got to go back Saturday. So what's the best call?
That's a terrible plan.
Okay.
We can play today and get it in.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about what happens Friday or Saturday. So,
and the last part of this bid is, now when we heard about that, we were both hoping that Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn weren't going to be able to do it tonight.
Yes.
And we were going to come in and get to call the Lobo game. All right.
No, they were the first people I called to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah.
No.
So this is as close as we're going to get to you today.
Rickland, hold on. Let me make sure I don't have to have Arlen and Bob.
You don't have a game tonight?
No, we don't have a game tonight.
Well, see, that could have been the perfect time.
I know.
Well,
we could be your game of the week, and you guys could come fill in.
Right.
That's what we were hoping for. We've always wanted to call a Lobo game, and we've never called a game at Rose Stadium. And as I told you, we're in the thing. We keep track of every stadium.
I've never called one at Rose.
Never called one at Rose Stadium. Isn't that weird?
We'll get in the car and ride over tonight.
But we'll end up with a Redwater Cumbie matchup.
Right. It's the KY Kids Game of the Week.
That tells you where you rank.
Redwater versus Cumbie.
Live from Cumbie Trojan Stadium.
Well, only you two guys can make that a game. Worth listening to.
We love it, and we'll go do a Cumbie Redwater game.
Yeah.
But we want to call a Lobo game, but both Brian and Johnny were like, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, darn it. All right.
Don't tell them.
Right, don't tell them. And y'all got officials? You got
officials.
That worked out? All right. Last week, McKinney North, and you do the thing where you let them get the first touchdown, the gentleman's not shutout, and then y'all turned it on and blew them out. Is that the plan?
No. That was not the plan. We just didn't play well the first drive on defense. Excuse me. We didn't line up right. We didn't communicate calls. We didn't leverage the formation. And just, kind of didn't adjust to the speed of the game. We had them 3rd and 7. First set of downs, 3rd and 7. We let them off the hook. And that is frustrating. And it's the same thing we did last year.
Yep.
So, anyway, we got to calm down. And then we were able to score some points offensively. Defensively stopped the run, limited the big plays.
And it's kind of what we saw in Lancaster and North Mesquite and some of the non-district games where, it looks like early on this might be a game, and then we don't hear from the other team again. Now, I hate that you get off to a bad start, but the adjustments are incredible.
Yeah, our kids get adjust what they're doing defensively. The coaches get them settled down and adjust the calls and the checks and things that we may have, and whether they're trying to attack us.
So is this a moment where you take your headset off and throw it on the ground?
You must have been at the game.
No, did you really?
It's right behind you.
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't throw it on the ground.
But it comes off the head.
I did it in the 4th quarter when I got mad at the offensive line. Yeah, I didn't get mad at the defense. I know it's first drive. Things going to happen. It's a 4-quarter game. No panic. Yeah, but, you're just thinking if we can get this ball back, you come out here and make a statement. You stone them on the first drive, opening drive, you just knock the will out of them. Because, come back and, heck, We did stop them on fourth down I think 2 or 3 times in the game. And then we had a 4th and 5 on the first time we had the ball. I said, heck with it. We finna run block down kick out.
Can you imagine being an offensive lineman for Coach John King? God.
We knocked a hole in it and got the first down.
You better be thick-skinned and tough.
Oh, my gosh. Those boys get it.
And have a short memory.
I don't mess with them boys much.
Hit them with a board until they run the play right.
Really, I'm less hands-on now than I was 5 years ago. I got 2 really good offensive line coaches. I let them coach them.
Yeah, you coach them.
Well, that's right. Sometimes you coach your coaches to coach your players. That's kind of transition, how my roles transition. There's people I trust go get the job done.
Absolutely.
And if it ain't getting done, then I'll go down there and get my hands on it.
We will address it.
So
hands or foot.
Here's what I see.
There might be a foot involved.
That's just I'm watching from afar, and here's what I think we need to do, and go down there and work on it. Whether it's during practice, after practice, find some things we need to get done.
All right, let's take a break. We got the Lions and the Lobos, one of the great rivalries in East Texas, and fun to talk about. And it's tonight, Thursday night football, right here on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 90 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport. Sophie's is a place to be. Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
It is shown that 40% of people begin holiday shopping before Halloween. Broadband makes shopping 100% easier. Get Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. All wireless devices in your home connect best with Cable Link's broadband. It has the fastest speeds and no buffering. If your internet is just okay, switch to a true broadband speed service. We make it easy. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Be a statistic. Shop early and shop online with Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month. So you can finish holiday shopping faster.
Get Cable Links broadband plus unlimited data, only $24.95 per month. Visit cablelinks.com/connect or call 800-903-0508. Ask about same-day install. Some restrictions will apply.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob, head coach John King, back on the John King Coaches Show, and getting ready for Thursday night football tonight against the Tyler Lions. This John King Coaches Show is brought to you by our friends at Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat in Longview, and we appreciate them for always sponsoring Longview Lobo football and the Coaches Show. And do you remember every Longview, what used to be John Tyler, now Tyler High game?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Been some barn burners. I can tell you, there was a couple years we didn't play each other. Maybe 08, 09. I can't remember exactly when.
Yeah, there was 2 years.
But that was it. That we've had some great games. Some tremendous athletes, speed, NFL players on the field. Games that, one team started off the big lead, another one, come roaring back. Probably the favorite one I got is in 2001. I was an assistant. And we had to beat John Tyler to get in the playoffs.
Okay.
Longview had missed the playoffs about 3 or 4 years in a row.
Right. Yeah. Remember those years?
Yeah. And so, you're thinking, we don't get in the playoffs, so we ain't going to be in Longview much longer.
Is that your second year? You and Pat, second year? Okay, Go ahead.
Yep. And they were loaded. This is Alan Wilson days. They run old power pitch, and they was blocking them, kicking. I think they had about 12 or 13 Division I players on the team.
Uh-huh.
Very good football team.
Right.
And we ran Rip or Liz as the formation for us. Check. Joel Armstrong, you check the option that you see and you like. Joel was very intelligent. We were going to run triple option. That's what we ran the whole night. Rip or Liz, check. And Joel checked that thing, and he dealt that football, and, he was either giving it to Fred Hawkins or pitching it to Willie Andrews or keeping it himself. That's pretty much it.
Right.
And we beat them jokers, and we got in the playoffs. And we ain't missed them since.
Right.
So that was a huge game for our program.
And there was a stretch there where it seemed like Ricklin would bring his Lions over to Lobo Stadium and beat y'all, but then the next year y'all go to Rose Stadium and get them back.
Yeah, it was back and forth. Crazy how that would happen. But there were some really, really good football teams, good games between us during that stretch.
I've been informed by Alpha Media that I do need to apologize real quick to the folks in Redwater and Cumbie. That's done now. We can move over. We got a lot of defensive stars on your side for the Lobos, but we don't talk a lot about Chase Smith. Talk a little bit about Chase Smith.
He plays our jack.
He's a stud.
He plays our jack position, which is a low safety kind of a linebacker hybrid person. But, Chase has played well. He tackles well in open field. He's physical. Being able to play the run inside or playing the bubble screen run stuff on the outside. He had a pick the other night. Had a big play.
Yep.
So. He's a good player, very intelligent. He just a junior.
And that's such a valuable position and such a hard position to play because you're almost expected to, stop the run, put pressure on the quarterback, but don't let them get behind you either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's got to be a tough
Keep
spot
your head
to
on
be
the
in.
swivel. Well, the good thing for him is he's got help behind him. And there's a lot of times that whether he's playing man or zone, he's got somebody behind him.
Yeah.
We just got to have him bang on receivers and play the run and help leverage formations, when they try to get on the perimeter. So Chase is a good player, very intelligent kid.
Tyler Lions tonight, and they seem to be a little down this year, not having quite the year Ricklin expected. He really thought this is 4 years since his realignment. We interviewed him in the preseason, and we talked to him off the air like we do you, and he really thought this was going to be a better year than what it's turning out to. What do we expect out of the Lions tonight?
I thought they would have had a better year too. They've had some issues with injuries, and maybe some kids didn't perform up to their expectation. They they're going to give us a little bit different juice than they have everybody else. This is East Texas. I mean, and it's their senior night, and we've gone against these kids and these coaches and for years and years, and whether it's football, track, baseball, basketball, we compete against each other. It's always competitive.
Right.
There's a lot of respect, but it's great competition. But what they'll do is they've got athletes. Wade, the Lacey kid.
Yeah.
The tailback McFall, he's had a little bit of an injury. That's been a big problem, is they've had some key injuries with some of their explosive players. And defensively, they've got dudes there. They're just a play here or play there from getting off the field. They had every game we've watched, with the exception of Lancaster, they've had a chance to win. Mm-hmm. And they just don't make a play here or play there and overthrow a ball or underthrow a ball or give up a sack or things like that. So their record's not indicative of how good of a team they can be when all things are clicking.
From my research, they're running 3 quarterbacks now. They still, over the last couple of weeks, been implementing that
31 plan. He's played the most here lately. The other kid that had a sophomore kid, I think.
Yeah, you got Jabraylon Williams, Tyler Jones, and then the McFall guy.
McFall, he's kind of their wildcat guy. He's played when the other guys, were down or out or whatever else, and when they want to run the quarterback, get an extra hat. But they played 3, but 31, that's who they've settled on. Seems to be. He's a senior. And he's not bad. I mean, he just missed a couple of throws, but I'm telling you, they've got dudes that are running open that if they hit them, I mean, they win a few of these games they've lost.
Well, that's what I was going to – I'm sorry, Bob.
Okay, Williams has thrown for 4 TDs but 4 INTs, and that same thing with Tyler Jones. 3 TDs, 3 INTs. I mean, you don't have superstars taking the snaps.
That's where I interrupted Bob. I was going to ask you, is it just inconsistent play at quarterback has really been one of the big issues for them?
You can say that.
And those numbers say that.
Yeah, I would say that. But, the quarterback's going to get the credit or the blame.
Yeah, sure.
There's been some inconsistent play in the offensive line, too, and running for his life and throwing balls up.
Said the father of a quarterback.
Yeah. And then,
right?
They've been a little long on some deep balls. Just a little bit long on them. And, but they're running open, and you never know when their night will be. So let's just hope it's not tonight.
And they're going to be jacked up for tonight.
Senior night.
It's the number one ranked. Those idiots from Longview are coming over here on our senior night. And they're gonna hang it out. This might be their Super Bowl.
We went over there in 2007. We were a pretty good team. We were 9-1, and on the year I forget what game we played them in, but.
I bet he remembers every play.
I remember one. They snapped the ball with the punter's head, but they were 0-for. We had one loss on the year. We wound up being, regional finalist team. They're up 7-3 late in the game and snap it over the punter's head. We win 10-7. Wow. So it doesn't matter about records.
It can happen.
It happens. It happens. Ain't that it can. It happens.
Right.
And it just don't need to happen tonight because, that's the kind of team you're dealing with. I mean, they're dangerous. And when things happen and go in their favor, they're really dangerous. So we got to go play football.
Well, I know there's one person out there that is glad that this game got moved to Thursday. My daughter Vivian is in a play tomorrow morning at her school, and I wasn't going to be able to do it because it's when we normally do this. Mm-hmm. And when this got moved, I told her last night, I'm coming to your play.
Should have totally moved it just for her.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you get to go see that. Don't miss your kids.
Absolutely. Good luck tonight. We'll finish up the regular season next week.
It'll be our senior night next week.
That's right. And we'll talk about your seniors next week as we get ready for the final game of the regular season. Good luck tonight. Thursday night football at the Rose. The Tyler Lions, the Longview Lobos, and coming up next, Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn with your call of tonight's Lobo game. Your coaches show was brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Fiat in Longview. This is your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Attention all bug police units. Attention all bug police units. We have a 1014 home invasion in progress. Remember to use caution. These delinquents will use any and every means necessary to break into the home. And once inside, they will illegally set up headquarters. Their lawless and destructive ways cannot be permitted to continue.
Don't let pests take over your home. Shut the operation down today. Call the bug police to patrol your property at 553-9003. Online at thebugpolice.com. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Bitches RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bitches is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bitches RV, where memories begin.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah!
106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
Lobo Nation, you're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on KOOY Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Sorey and Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Soapy's Car Wash. Bish RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. Lobo Nation. Are you ready? The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation, it's time for Longview High School football on 106.5 Jack FM, live from Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium and Earl Campbell Field in Tyler, Texas. The top-ranked, undefeated Longview Lobos look to clinch the District 7 5A Division I championship against longtime East Texas rival, the Tyler Lions. Good evening, I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. This game was originally scheduled for Friday but was moved to tonight because of the threat of strong storms tomorrow. The Longview Lobos of Coach John King are 8-0. They're 5-0 in district. They're coming off a 49-7 win over McKinney North. Offensively, the Lobos are averaging almost 46 points per game. They lean on a powerful ground game led by Taylor Tatum. In 7 games, he's rushed for 891 yards, 98 receiving yards, 18 total touchdowns. Jordan Allen has passed for 1,373 yards and 16 scores. Jalen Hale, the Alabama commit, has 694 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Defensively, the Lobos give up only 9 points a game. They're led by linebacker Tadarian Boone with 55 tackles, 10 for loss, 8 pass breakups, 4 interceptions, 4 sacks, 3 defensive touchdowns, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 punt block, and 1 forced fumble. He's just one of many playmakers all over the field. The Tyler Lions of Coach Rickland Holmes had high hopes, but injuries and mistakes have led them to a 2-6 season, 2-3 record in district. They've played 3 quarterbacks this year. They'll start Tyler Jones, the senior, tonight. He came off the bench to spark the Lions offense in an eventual 31-14 loss to Lufkin. The Lions also plan to lean on a strong defensive front that has already forced 7 interceptions, 2 by Zashawn Williams and 1 by 5 or 6 other players. It's the 99th meeting between Longview and Tyler. Johnny Vaughn here with me now. Johnny, keys to victory tonight.
Well, I think that Longview is. I think this is an important game for Longview for this reason. We've got 2 games left in this season, and I think that you need to start to get your focus on what's going to happen in the postseason. And so I think it's important that you don't lose your edge. Now, for Tyler High to beat Longview, I think Longview's got to help them. In other words, Longview's got to fumble. They got to make mistakes because clearly Longview has a superior talent. But as far as Longview's concerned, they need to get prepared for the playoffs whenever game means so much more than just these last 2 for them. And so I think it's important that they play just like they have most of the season. And if they don't make mistakes, I think it shouldn't be a difficult game to win. But I do think that the Lobos need to start mentally preparing for the playoffs. And to do that, I think you need to play here good tonight and next week.
Coin toss has been won by the Tyler Lions. They have elected to defer for the start of this ball game. And so the Lobos are going to get the ball to start the game. And we'll get to see them on offense right away, and we'll see what Coach John King has got in store for these Tyler Lions. I'm going to have a hard time tonight. I've spent most of my lifetime calling them John Tyler, and so forgive me if I make that mistake a few times tonight. And also apologize for the microphone issues. We're going to try to get those squared away as we go along here. The offense for Longview will start with Taylor Tatum at tailback. Elijah Johnson will be the fullback, and Jordan Allen will be the quarterback. The offensive line, Tavian Morgan, Mongo Williams, and Jacoby Watts will play guards. Martin Guerrero and Jax Norman will be at tackle. The tight end, Angel Ramos. The wide receivers will be Jalen Hale, DeKalen Reese, and, of course, Jartavian Wright will probably be in the starting lineup. We'll see Frederick Hawkins as well, so we'll keep that up for you. And I apologize again. I'm going to kill the sound mic for the time being, and we'll try to get this underway as Tyler puts the foot into it. They try an onside kick, and it looks like Tyler's going to come up with the football to start this game, and they do.
Wow. So right off the bat, a trick play for them as they do the onside kick, and it works for them, and they'll go on offense first. But looks like they got a player down also.
Denarian Cantley came up with the kick on the onside kick, and Tyler right out the chute will have the football. And I'm going to try to let you know who the injured player is, but they're sending both teams to the side for right now, so we're just going to let them take a look at it. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Christian Suing was the injured player on the kickoff return. And Tyler will take over at the Longview 47-yard line. I'll check the starting lineup for you in just a moment. They come out in a wing formation to the right, send a man in motion to the far side. Tyler Jones, back to throw. Steps up, he'll run, he's going to go down. Might have gained a yard on the play. Getting up off of the bottom of the pile is Jeremiah Rusley. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down and 10. Lions have Michael Cooper at center, Isaiah Baker and John Taylor are the guards. Nick Cruz and Avery Coleman are the tackles. Tyler Jones, the quarterback. Derek McFall in the backfield. Terrell Crawford, Ashad Walker, Montrell Wade, the receivers. Wade comes in motion and lines up next to the quarterback. He'll take the handoff, finds a running lane on the left side, and is going to get to the 41-yard line before being brought down by Longview's number 10, Dadrian Garrett. The defense for Longview, Billy Smith, Omarion Watkins, and Jordan Wright are on the front line. Jeremiah Rusley, Caden Brooks, Tadarian Boone, and Chase Smith are the linebackers. Jaden Simmons, Jakeevan Curry are the corners, and the safeties, Willie Nelson and Buda Garrett. 3rd down and 4 at the Longview 41-yard line. Tyler in a power formation right now. Pistol. They'll turn, hand it off. Up the middle. Flag comes down. And there's a big scrum as he gets to about the 38-yard line. And then gets shoved back. Carried by Tony Alexander. Now let's see what the penalty is all about.
Where it was thrown is probably going to be on the offense. But we'll see.
Officials conferring right now. And it's going to be a hold against the Lions. And so it's a 10-yard penalty. So wipe that gain off.
It's going to go back to the 49, so now they've got a long way to go for the first. 3rd and 14.
Tyler back in their own territory at the 49-yard line with 10:17 to go here in the first quarter. Jones with a running back to his right. Now Jones drops straight back. Pressure coming on the backside. Tried to pump, and then he went down. And he's sacked on the play. And again, another big sack by Jeremiah Rusley, who has really started to turn it up here the last couple of games.
Yeah, but the initial pressure was put on by Billy Smith, who's been unbelievable the last 3 weeks. And then the tackle was made, a big loss. It's good defense on this first series for Longview.
So Tyler tries the onside kick to open the ball game, but end up having to punt. Jones, the quarterback, will drop back in the punt formation. Willie Nelson's back at his own 26. Jones puts his foot into it. It's a high punt, and it will bounce at the 25-yard line to the 26, and it's going to die at the 29, and it will be Longview's ball. With 9:18 to go in the first quarter, they will start at their own 25-yard line. And again, the Lobos, with Jordan Allen at quarterback, he's done a terrific job this year. And they'll come out in a split backfield from the gun from the 25. Handoff up the middle. Tatum across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a first down carry for Taylor Tatum. Move the chains. A gain of 12.
On that particular defense, they were playing man on the outside. If they stay in that much, you'll see Longview go deep here pretty quick.
Lobos come to the line of scrimmage with 3 wide to the left side. Allen, hands off. Up the middle this time, Elijah Johnson to the 40. And not much more than that. Tackle was made by number 8, Xavier Tatum. Defensively for Tyler, Jace Sanford, Julian Dews, Amir Johnson, and Jackson Wickware are on the front line. The linebackers, DeCanan Suing, DeChristian Suing, and Emmanuel Neal. 2nd down and 7 from the 40. Lobos send Tatum in motion. Allen swings it out to the back. Elijah Johnson coming out of the backfield. He's going to get the first down around the 47-yard line. Just a nice quick screen pass. Elijah gets up limping just a little bit, but it's another first down for the Lobos.
Just a little swing pass out of the backfield, and he was able to turn it into a nice gain. They're still playing man coverage over there on Hale, and that they were pressed up on him. It's
a brave move.
Yep.
From the I formation now, Allen turns, hands off to the tailback, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play by number 16 for Tyler. That's Ladarius Franklin. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Longview 48-yard line. Lobos to the line of scrimmage. Send 2 wide to the left. They're on the right hash mark. 2 wide to the right as well. Allen drops back. He'll throw it out in the left side, and it's dropped by Taylor Tatum. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10.
He was in the slot and ran an out route, and the ball was just a little bit too far in front of him. He got his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Secondary for the Lions is Sean Williams and Marquette Martin are at the corners. Xavier Tatum and Montrell Wade are your safeties. 99th meeting between these two teams. Longview clinches the district championship with a win tonight. 3 wide to the left side. Man in motion is Elijah Johnson swinging out of the backfield. Allen all day to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run, and he's not going to get much. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So the Lions doing a good job of keeping him contained, and Longview's going to have to punt the football. And coming on to punt will be Michael Fields. Back deep for the Lions, number 12, Corey Gilliam. He is back at his own 20-yard line. Fields puts his foot into it. It's almost muffed, and then the ball does come out, and a fight for it. Let's see if the Lobos come up with it. Longview may get it. Yes, yep. Longview's ball on the muffed punt by Gilliam.
Well, that's a big mistake for them.
It's the kind of mistake that a 2-6 ball club makes, and Tyler's made those kind of mistakes all year long. So the Lobos, with no score and 6:23 to play in the first quarter, take over the football after the turnover at the Tyler 19-yard line. From the I formation. Handoff, Taylor Tatum up the middle, tries to bounce it outside, and that wasn't happening. Montrell Wade knocks him down. They got 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 from the 17-yard line. Longview trying to capitalize on the muffed punt. They send 1 wide receiver out wide right. You know that's Hale. The I formation again. The handoff to Tatum. Up the middle. 10. Gets to the 6. Pushing to the 5. Still going at the 3. And knocked down there. Strong push and a 1st down for Longview.
Yeah, he was hit early on the play and then just powered his way through and ended up with a 14-yard gain when you looked like he was going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
This is one where all the offensive linemen get up behind you and just start pushing. And they got it, and it's a 1st and goal on the 4-yard line with 5:21 to play in the first quarter. No score, Longview knocking on the door. They're in the gun this time. 2 tight ends. Hale in tight on the right. And a whistle on the play. Flag goes down. I'll bet that's illegal procedure. That won't make John King happy.
No.
You got a 1st and goal at the 4, and now you've got it backed up to the 10-yard line. Pretty good crowd of Longview folks across the way for a Thursday night ball game. A not bad crowd for Tyler considering the kind of season they're having. Tatum has him at the line of scrimmage. They'll hand it off to Elijah Johnson. Up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown. 9-yard run. So much for that penalty being a problem. Elijah Johnson, right up the middle, and very little resistance by the Lions defense. With 4:46 to go in the first quarter, Fields will try the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. And with 4:46 to go, Longview 7, Tyler nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Lobos take it 19 yards after a muff punt recovered by Longview. And Elijah Johnson's from 9 yards out scores the touchdown. Kickoff is taken at the 15-yard line, brought out to the 20, 23-yard line, and no more. Caden Drummer on the kickoff return, and Tyler's going to have the ball with 4:41 to go in the first quarter, and they'll start this drive at their own 27-yard line.
You know, it's indicative that last series of what happens to teams that have having poor years. They were doing pretty good on defense, and then all of a sudden they're going to get the ball back and they fumble the punt down in deep in their territory. Now Longview's got the lead. That's kind of the kind of stuff that happens to teams that don't have good records.
5 wide receivers for Tyler on 1st and 10. Snap almost got away from the quarterback, Jones. He snapped it off for a quick completion to about the 31-yard line. Catch was made by number 24, Marquette Martin, for a gain of 4. And it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Jones came in. He's the 3rd quarterback to play for the Lions this year. He came in the ball game against Lufkin last week and sparked them to a couple of touchdowns, but they still ended up losing the game. Lions in the black jerseys with navy blue numbers today. And Jones throws the ball downfield. Is caught at the 43-yard line, and then he's tackled there. Catch was made by number 7, Montrell Wade. He's stopped by Chase Smith, but it's a 1st down.
It's a big play for them.
Oh, they got a flag?
Yeah, but it's going to be against Longview.
It's declined as well. So the play goes all the way to the 36-yard line in Longview territory. A chunk play, and it's 1st and 10, Tyler.
It's a huge play for them, especially after giving up the touchdown to Longview.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line of Longview. Tyler has the football. Back to throw. Jones now will keep it. He's running to his left. Gets to the 30. Good open field tackle out there by Chase Smith. And a gain of 6 on the play. Tyler Jones having to use his legs, and he keeps the Lobos honest defensively by being able to be the threat at the run.
It's just 2 back-to-back plays for them, 2 positive plays.
2nd down and 4 from the Longview 30 for Tyler. They send 3 wide to the right side there on the far left hash mark. They'll hand it off. This time breaking outside, finds some running room, gets a lane, breaks a tackle to the 20, and is brought down there, run by Caden Drummer. And the tackle on the play by Buda Garrett. And it's a 1st down, Tyler, with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Longview leads at 7-0. Lions threatening. They'll send 3 wide to the left side this time. Ball is on the right hash mark. Jones will hand it off. Drummer up the middle, and Drummer gets to the 15-yard line. Check that to 16. They'll give him a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Lions again in those black jerseys with dark navy blue numbers that you can barely make out. Black pants, white helmets, a metallic T on either side of the helmet. Lobos in all white with their green helmets and gold traditional L. They'll hand it off up the middle. This time, big defensive stop, no running room. Willie Nelson bottles up the running back. He's helped by number 32, Caden Brooks, as number 7, Montrell Wade gets nothing on that carry. 3rd down and 6. All the Lobos checking the Lions side, all the Lion offense checking the Lions sidelines. Coach Rickland Holmes and his staff. And they'll come out this time with the ball near the left hash mark with 3 wide to the right. Longview jumps, gets back, now back to throw. Jones, fade into the end zone, deep, it's out of bounds, incomplete. It was intended for number 2, Ashad Walker, but the pass, there was no chance of it getting caught, and so Tyler's going to send out their field goal team to try to get 3 here. Josh Lara will try the field goal. It's going to be set down at the 22, so it'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt. The holder is Jadavian Lacey. Kick is up. Kick is good. And Tyler's on the board. They trail 7-3 with 1:05 to play in the first quarter. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport. Sophie's is a place to be. Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
Tyler drives at 73 yards. They get a 32-yard field goal by Josh Lara, and they cut Longview's lead to 7-3 with 1:05 to play in the first quarter. Brian Houston with Johnny Vaughn here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Now a high, short kick. It's kicked out of bounds, so the flag will come out, and Longview will have good field position. Tonight's ball game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable, First Choice Personnel, Bish RV, Soapy's Car Wash, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, The Bug Police, Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center, Flood Out Restoration, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. Lobos start this drive at their own 38-yard line with 1:05 to play in the quarter.
The main thing is that Tyler was able to answer the score of Longview. So,
well, you mentioned it before the game, Johnny. This is a rivalry game, and the records don't mean a whole lot in a game like this. They'll come into the I formation. Tatum to the right side, gets across midfield, and he'll get brought down at around the 48-yard line after a pickup of 13 and a first down. But there may be a flag down on the play. afraid there is. Offsides against Tyler. So that's going to be declined. That gain's going to stand. It's going to be a first down for the Lobos with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter, rather.
Taylor Tatum has 5 carries for 40 yards already, and a couple of them he looked like he was going to step through for big gainers, so we might look for that because he's looked pretty good here in this first period.
Lobos come out in the gun. They'll send Tatum in motion to the near side. They'll hand it off to Elijah Johnson up the middle. Johnson with very little running room, going to get a short gain on the play. Tackle was made by number 16, Ladarius Franklin, after a gain of 1. Tough running room for the Lobos on that drive. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Longview has owned this series, winning 16 of the last 19 games. But Tyler comes out ready tonight. They'll hand it off. Again, Elijah Johnson with the tough running room up the middle. He'll get to the 42-yard line as the clock runs out in the first quarter. After 1, Longview 7, Tyler 3. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
You can't get much for $5 these days. Unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. Plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink. All for just $5. You got that bag. You got that Biggie Bag. You got that bag. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're gonna feel when you get that Biggie Bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids. Specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Start of the second quarter, Lobos in the I formation at the Tyler 42. They'll hand it off to Tatum. Shoots into the secondary. 25, 20, 15, down at the 10-yard line, saving a touchdown is number 12 to Corey Gillum.
He ran a trap play, and he ran right behind the block and then made the big run. Taylor Tatum with his, he's 72 yards now and 6 carries.
Tatum with a 34-yard run there. And the Lobos with a 1st and 10. That'd be 1st and goal now at the 10. I formation, 2 wideouts to the left side. Allen turns, hands off. Tatum up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, gets to the 5, still fighting, gets to the 3, gets brought down at the 2-yard line. Powerful running by Taylor Tatum. And Xavier Tatum was able to bring him to the ground, but not before he picked up 6 yards.
I think that was exactly the same play. They ran the trap. He got behind the block and almost took it into the end zone.
Lobos 2nd and goal now from the 2-yard line. And again, they'll be in the I. 2 tight ends. DeKalen Reese lined up on the wing. Handoff up the middle. Tatum, touchdown from 2 yards out. Taylor Tatum, a scoring machine. This is going to be his 19th touchdown of the year. And the Lobos about to go up 14-3 if Fields can knock this extra point through.
I think
a timeout was called. Did they make it? Yes, they gave him the extra point. So with 10:36 to go in the first half, Fields with the extra point makes it 14-3. Longview on top. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
When you are in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
The best things in life are free. You know, the simple things. Things that bring us joy, comfort, and peace of mind. Things you simply enjoy. With Eastman Credit Union's Beyond Free checking account, that's exactly what you'll get. A checking account that meets your financial needs with no hassles, no hidden fees, and all the features that make managing your money stress-free. Experience the freedom of a Beyond Free checking account from Eastman Credit Union. Open your account today at ecu.org/free.
Taylor Tatum with a 2-yard touchdown run, capping a 62-yard drive. Lobos up 14-3. Fields puts his foot into it, taking it to 3, brought out to the 10, 15, got a wall, and there's a flag down. Back to the 30, 35, 40, 50, 45, pushed out of bounds by Fields. It doesn't matter, it's coming back. Long kickoff return by Caden Drummer. A lot of wasted energy, and there's a man down back at the 12-yard line. It's a Longview Lobo who was probably blocked in the back. Longview Orthopedic Student Athletes of the Week, Tyler Lane from Timpson High School. Stars in football, basketball, track, and Premier Home Care is a partner in that. And Malin Stringer from Queen City High School is a star in volleyball, basketball, and softball. And First National Bank of Hughes Springs partnering with Longview Orthopedic to hand out those awards to those fine players. Was an illegal block against Tyler. The bigger issue is who's that's down right now.
And they've circled him so much that I hadn't been able to get the number yet.
Okay. Lobos have been pretty fortunate with injuries, but they're checking his right leg.
Look like his...
John King and Rickland Holmes out there on the field standing next to each other just talking about it.
Looks like it's his ankle. They're down there wrapping his ankle.
Hopefully it's not something too serious. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
10:26 remaining in the first half. Longview 14, Tyler 3. The 99th meeting between these two teams. An injured Lobo down on the field back at Longview's own 12-yard line. Got hurt on the kickoff return. There was an illegal block and a flag down, the penalty against Tyler. And they've taken a long time to look at whoever it is that's down there. He's surrounded by people, so we've not been able to pick up a number yet. All we do know is that they are bringing out the cart, and that's never a good sign.
No. Well, they're working on his right, and maybe his ankle is what it looked like. So
Tyler ISD's Randy Poole moving out there with the mule, and he's got a board with him. Sure hope this isn't something serious, but whoever it is looks like he's in a lot of pain. They've put a brace on his leg.
Yeah.
They're still trying to catch the number. But I'm afraid that whoever this is, he's He's not playing anymore anytime soon. I see a 6, Johnny. If it's a 16.
I think it's 16, but I hate to.
Yeah, well, let's hold off on that until we know for sure. So they're bringing out the board. And that brace runs from his knee to his ankle to his foot. So not a good-looking injury by any stretch. All right, so all the trainers now about to team up to move him so they can get him up there. And I believe that is going to be
16.
Is it 16? Let's make sure. His knee's just in the right spot where I can't see his number. Oh, it's number 18. That's tough. That's Jacaven Curry, the starting corner.
Wow.
And that's a guy you do not want to lose. Not that you want to lose any of these guys, but Jacaven Curry is a starting cornerback for the Lobos. And as I said, Longview's been very fortunate in that they've not lost players to injuries for significant amounts of time. They held Taylor Tatum and Elijah Johnson out of the ball game a couple of weeks ago, probably as much precautionary as anything, just to kind of let them rest up some bumps and bruises. But this looks like it's a lot more serious injury as he has to be taken off on the mule. The penalty was against the Lions. They'll back it up to their own 7-yard line.
That's really a big loss for Longview's defense, too. His starting defensive back.
And this defense has played lights out all year long.
Yep.
Well, hopefully it won't be as serious as it looked as he had to leave the field. Lions come out. They'll have one back alongside the quarterback, Tyler Jones, and they're just going to run a quarterback sweep, cuts it upfield and gets to the 10, and then gets blasted by Willie Nelson. He stuck his foot in the ground, thought he was going to make some big yards, and Nelson put his face mask right in the numbers and dropped him at the 11-yard line.
That was a pretty impressive tackle in the open field.
What looked like it was going to be a big gain ends up being 4 yards, and it was an impressive tackle by Willie Nelson. 2nd down and 6. Lions football. In the ball game at running back, number 4, Jamichael Cooper now. They send 2 wideouts to the left. Jones back to throw. Fires over the middle. And he's dropped by number 10, Dadrian Garrett. The catch made by Ashad Walker, good for the first down, out to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 15 yards. And the Lions keep the drive alive. Tyler Jones at quarterback has 2 wideouts to the right side with 9:14 to go in the first half. They have a slot to the right. And now they send a man in motion from left to right. They'll hand it off. Running back with no running room whatsoever gets stuffed back behind the line of scrimmage. That is number 33 for the Lions, Demarion Dewberry. And he was shut down hard by Zarius Shepard. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Lions at the left hash mark, 2 wide out to the right. Wing right. From the gun, Tyler Jones, straight drop back. Now he's flushed, rushes to his right. Looks, fires, downfield, caught at the 36-yard line, shoved out of bounds And that catch is going to be good for a first down for Montrell Wade. Another first down for Tyler. 8:17 to play in the first half. 14-3, Longview on top. Lions moving now out to the 36. Jamichael Cooper still in at running back. There's a wing to the left, 2 wide to the left. Snap almost got away from Tyler Jones. Pressure coming. Rusley almost brought him down, and then Zarius Shepard was there to clean him up and drop him back at the 35-yard line for a loss. Rusley was the one that really put the pressure on him, though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was a good escape by the quarterback. It looked like he was going to lose 5 yards, and he gets it back almost to the line of scrimmage.
Lost 2. He's back to the 2nd down and 12 at their own 34-yard line. Dewberry lined up on the right side of Tyler Jones. High snap. Jones rolls to his left. Looks deep downfield. Ball man open. Caught at the 30-yard line and going down at the 20. A huge gain by Tyler and number 13, Jadavian Lacey.
We got behind the secondary, made a good throw and a good catch. That's a big, giant play for Tyler High.
56-yard completion. Jones to Lacey. And the Lions 1st and 10 now at the Longview 21-yard line. Two wide to the right side. Ball's on the left hash mark. Jones hands it off. Coming left. Lobo defense with no place for the running back to go. Stop back there by Omarion Watkins. No running room whatsoever for Jamichael Cooper. He lost 2 on the play back to the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Last time Tyler made a deep drive, they had to settle for a field goal. Lobo defense only giving up 9 points a game. Tyler Jones drops back. There's a whistle. And that usually means illegal procedure against the offense. And that's what you got. False start. Jamichael Cooper. Back it up 5 yards. They'll place the ball down at the 28-yard line in Longview territory. Jones has 3 wideouts to the right side this time. Drops back, looks. Now he's going to pull it down and run. He got a little bit of room to throw it, and he throws it to the sidelines. Caught and going out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good throw and catch. And the receiver was number 7, Montrell Wade.
That's his 3rd reception in this early part of this game.
Wade, a Boston College commit, has it gets him a 3rd down and 3 from the 13-yard line. Tyler Jones with the snap, hands of play action. No, he did hand it off. Coming right, getting close to the first down mark. He may have gotten it. And that's going to be Jamichael Cooper. He comes up a yard shy of the first down. It's 4th down and 1. Checking into the ball game, Tony Alexander is a running back.
I thought they might try to take the field goal, but they're going to go for it. I guess they feel like there's not much to lose, and they'll take the risk.
This will be a power pistol formation, and a timeout is called. And it's taken by the Longview Lobos. They want to talk about this. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Oh, wait a minute. Timeout. Whoa, timeout.
This timeout brought to you by First Choice Personnel. For all your hiring needs. More Lobo football coming up.
And for the win. Name something that is hard to find.
Your keys. Four-leaf clover. Needle in a haystack. True love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Great news if that's the case. How we doing, Matt? 5:07 to play. In the first half, Longview leading 14-3. Tyler has the ball 4th and 1 at the 12-yard line, going in trying to keep this drive alive. They're in the pistol, and they'll turn and hand it off to the tailback, fighting, and he's going to be real close to the first down. Tyler thinks they got it. Checking to see who the running back was on this. I believe it was number 33, Dewberry, who got the first down yardage. So he did make the 2 yards needed, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Lions. We did notice, Johnny, you mentioned it, you saw number 18 out there.
Yeah.
So that must be Jakeevan Curry, who is still on the field. We'll have to find out who the other 18 was that was carted off the field. First and 10, Tyler at the Longview 10. 1st and goal, I should say. Whistle blows. Flag goes down. Delay of game. Boy, you can't let that happen when you're going in to score. That's a killer mistake.
Which somewhat explains being 2 and 6. Those kind of mistakes.
Exactly. So that moves it back to the 15-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. And that's the kind of stuff that Rickland Holmes has been dealing with this year. Jones with the snap back. He's got the ball. He's going to try to throw. Hit from behind. Rugeley brings him down.
You mentioned it earlier, but Rugeley the last couple of weeks has really stepped up his play. That's a big sack.
Huge sack. Jeremiah Rugeley has really come on here in the last 2 or 3 ball games and playing like we thought he'd play all year long. That drops him all the way back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 4 on that play. And the Lions now just keep going backwards after they had 1st and goal at the 10. Play clock going down to 5 as one of the crowd on the Tyler side is pointing out, and they still now just snap the ball with 2 seconds left. They'll sweep left, and again the Lobo defense just shuts it down for no gain. This time McFall in the ball game. He's their top player maybe, and there was no running room for him. He's been hampered by injuries. They've used him all over the field. They've used him at quarterback. They use him as a receiver. They use him as a running back. He had 455 yards, 4 touchdowns. Passing, he also rushed for 212 yards. And receiving, he's caught 142 yards in receptions. Jones back to throw. This time pressure coming. He's got to step up into the pocket. Fires way over the receiver out in the end zone. And out of the back of the end zone. And that receiver comes up gimping. That's McFall, and that's what we're talking about. He's had an ankle problem or something, and he's having a hard time getting down the sidelines now.
Flag on the play.
Defense gets the penalty. What was the call? I missed it.
I didn't see what he made the call, but
they're going to back it up. It's only a 5-yard penalty, so maybe it was offsides against Longview. They'll move the ball to the 14-yard line. And the Lions will send 3 wideouts to the right side on 3rd and goal. Tyler Jones back to throw again, has to step up and run. He's being chased down. He's going to go down to Darian Boone. Drops him at the 15.
Looked like there was room to run, and Boone just came out of nowhere and made the tackle.
You're not going to get around the edge on Boone.
No, he's too fast.
Played safety last year. He's been moved to linebacker this year, and he's having an all-state kind of a season. So it's going to be 4th down and goal from the 17-yard line. And again, they'll send on Lara to try the field goal. It will be spotted at the 23. It's a 33-yard field goal try. Lara puts his fist, blocked and picked up. Tyler, Longview has it, and it's finally tackled at the 45-yard line. The field goal blocked, and Zarius Shepard comes up with it. Big play in the kicking game by the Longview Lobos.
And just poured through, blocked it, picked it up, made a nice return. He get it out to the 43-yard line.
Have no idea who blocked it. Sorry, we just couldn't tell. There was a lot of people coming right up the middle. But whoever got to it blocked it, and Zarius Shepard was able to get it and take it back to the 44-yard line, Longview territory, with 1:54 to play in the first half. Handoff, Tatum up the middle. Tatum breaks a tackle, gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the carry. 2nd down and 4. Don't forget halftime, brought to you tonight by Eastman Credit Union. We'll run through the recap of the scoring in this game and then turn it over to Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob, where they'll preview tomorrow night's Friday night scoreboard show on 105.7 KYKX. Split backfield for Lobos. 2nd down and 4. Allen with all day to throw, fires it into a crowd. Hawkins, the ball was off the mark, a little bit behind him. He couldn't come up with the catch. He was hit as he tried to make the reception. Montrell Wade made contact.
This is only Longview's 3rd pass of the first half.
It's been a fast first half. 3rd down and 4. Clock is stopped after the incompletion. 1:12 to play. Longview up 14-3. They send 4 wide this time. Twins to either side. Allen, hands off. Elijah Johnson this time for a short gain to about the 16. I'm sorry, to about the 47-yard line. What am I thinking? 4th down and 1. I'm so discombobulated from trying to read these numbers.
I'm telling you, it is tough.
I'll use any excuse. 4th down and 1. Lobos from the I formation. Handoff. Tatum up the middle. Still looking. Oh, he's got great block. He's following it to the 40, to the 39-yard line. 1st down, Lobos. First and 10 Longview with 34 seconds to go. Be interesting to see if John King tries to take a shot and get one more on the board here before halftime.
I don't see any reason not to.
They're in the gun. Allen back to throw. Looks, fires short underneath. He throws it to Elijah Johnson. Check that. Reese to the 20, to the 15, down at the 11-yard line. Call timeout. And that's exactly what they do, and that's just what the doctor ordered. Nice big play.
It's only the 2nd completion of the game, and this one to Reese, and he turned it into a big gain and get it down to the 11-yard line, and Longview with a chance for a score.
Now, is there a flag?
There's a flag back here.
Oh, my gosh. Well, wipe that out because they didn't move the sticks. The first down marker was at the 39. He had gotten all the way down to the 11-yard line, and now they're walking back. A holding penalty against Longview wipes that big play out. 14 seconds now. You'll see John King, I'm guessing, just go ahead and just run it and get out of here at halftime with a 14-3 lead.
It's been a ragged first half for Longview.
Tyler came to play. Lobo defense has stepped up big, and they got a huge field goal block, which is why Tyler has only 3 points. And that ends the half as they let the clock run out. At halftime, our score, Longview 14, Tyler 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options, and they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Attention all bug police units. Attention all bug police units. We have a 1014 home invasion in progress. Remember to use caution. These delinquents will use any and every means necessary to break into the home. And once inside, they will illegally set up headquarters. Their lawless and destructive ways cannot be permitted to continue.
Don't let pests take over your home. Shut the operation down today. Call the bug police to patrol your property at 553-9003. Online at thebugpolice.com. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters. Built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
Bish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bish's is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bish's RV, where memories begin.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built of very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football.
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Halftime at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium at Earl Campbell Field in Tyler. Longview leads Tyler by a score of 14-3. Recapping the very fast first half, Tyler won the toss, elected to defer, but they came out and tried an onside kick to start the ball game. Got the ball, but the Longview defense stiffened and forced them to punt, so they wasted that great opportunity. And then another problem in the kicking game later on when Tyler muffed a punt to Corey Gilliam, fumbled it. It was recovered by Longview at the Tyler 19-yard line. Elijah Johnson scored from 9 yards out with 4:46 to go in the first quarter. That made it 7-0 Longview on top. Tyler answered with a good drive. They drove it 73 yards, had a big pass play. Tyler Jones hitting a pass for about 36 yards. That set up a 32-yard field goal by Jaskar Lara, and that made it 7-3. Longview hanging on by 4 points with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. That's how that first quarter ended. In the second quarter, Taylor Tatum broke off a 34-yard run to the 10. That set up a 2-yard touchdown run, capped a 62-yard drive for the Lobos, and they went up 14-3 with 10:36 to go in the half. Lions came back, tried a 33-yard field goal by Lara. It was blocked, recovered by Zarius Shepard. Longview not able to do anything with it, although they had a chance. They had an opportunity. They got a deep pass down to about the 10-yard line with seconds remaining in the first half, but a holding penalty brought that back, and so the score is 14-3 Longview at halftime. Johnny, your thoughts?
Well, we talked about this in the pregame, and that we said that Tyler was going to have some help from Longview to stay in this game, and I think that's kind of what's happened. I mean, we've completed just one of 4 passes, so the passing game has kind of been non-existent. The defense has played good. Taylor Tatum, who's got one of the touchdowns, and he had 10 carries for 90 yards, and Johnson has a touchdown run, but you just don't see the same fire that we've seen in earlier games, and I think that goes down to, the season's a long season. All of a sudden you get to the last 2 games, you're going to be in the playoffs, but you can't lose your edge, because sometimes you lose your edge and you can't get it back. And so I hope and I think that Longview will come out in the second half, and I think we'll see a little different team in the second half.
Tyler came in a heavy underdog in this ball game, but again, it's a rivalry game, the 99th time they've met, and you know they were going to be ready to play the ball game, but still, they've only got 3 points on the board. Longview in control right now, 14-3. We're going to take a timeout. We'll turn it over to Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob to preview the Friday night scoreboard show. That's all coming up. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 90 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
It is shown that 40% of people begin holiday shopping before Halloween. Broadband makes shopping 100% easier. Get Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. All wireless devices in your home connect best with Cable Link's broadband. It has the fastest speeds and no buffering. If your internet is just okay, switch to a true broadband speed service. We make it easy. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Be a statistic. Shop early and shop online with Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month. So you can finish holiday shopping faster.
Get Cable Link's broadband plus unlimited data, only $24.95 per month. Visit cablelinks.com/connect or call 800-903-0508. Ask about same-day install. Some restrictions will apply.
Dan Sorey has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Soapy's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their third location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Once again, Soapy's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Early diagnosis of breast cancer is the key to survival. See your healthcare professional today. This message courtesy of Annie Dwyer with Worth Clark Realty of Tyler. Annie works with buyers, sellers, and investors to help them achieve the American dream of owning a home. Call Annie at 903-541-9233. That's 903-541-9233. Or visit AnnieDwyer.com. That's your local realtor, Annie Dwyer, with Worth Clark Realty, joining the fight against breast cancer and encouraging women to schedule an exam today.
Injuries aren't planned, and here at Longview Orthopedic, we're going to work together with patients to try to attain the best outcome possible for them. We have the ability to treat all injuries for all patients and athletes of all ages. One thing I want patients to understand is that, I've been in their situation. I played football at Texas A&M University, played offensive line, I was a guard, and being an athlete, suffering injuries, and having that passion to get back on the field gave me a really good perspective on the other side of the line as a treating physician now here at the Longview Orthopedic Clinic.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob on your Eastman Credit Union Thursday night halftime show. Due to inclement weather tomorrow, the game got moved up a night. So we're going to do this tonight, and then tomorrow night, we're going to be doing the Friday night scoreboard show, so you get to hear both. Longview beating Tyler tonight. That's going to be big. And then tomorrow night, all the games that don't get moved to tonight, we're going to be covering them on 105.7 KYKX and 104.1 The Ranch, Tyler, Longview. And Bob, there's going to be some gold balls decided tomorrow night. There's going to be teams eliminated from the playoffs, make the playoffs. It's a big night for high school football tomorrow night. Let's talk about some of the games.
Okay, well, I can hit on some of those as we go down. But tonight, also, you've got quite a few games that have been played right now. As you hear the sound of the pigskin, there's games.
Okay.
Go ahead and say that I didn't hit tomorrow night's game.
Bob, before you get to that, why don't you tell us who else is playing tonight?
All right, tonight. Thank you. I've
got to start coming to rehearsal.
Tyler Legacy is taking on North Forney tonight. The West Mesquite Lufkin game is tonight. Bullard Center. They didn't want to play in the rain tomorrow night. Neither did the good folks in Brownsboro and Rusk. Joaquin West Sabine, Shelbyville Timpson, and Garrison St. Augustine were all rescheduled for Thursday night action.
It seems to me most of those games south of the East Texas area, south of I-20. So it looks like tomorrow night we'll be covering a lot of games more in the middle and northern part of the range.
And people who don't mind getting wet.
Right.
Okay. Real men.
Scared.
Bulldogs from Jefferson. They'll be playing tomorrow night.
They've got a big game tomorrow night, taking on Tatum.
That they do. There's a lot of great games tomorrow night. And this one's a little bit almost out of our listening area, but not really. Sunnyvale and Caddo Mills. Caddo Mills hasn't lost a game.
I wanted to talk about Jefferson and Tatum.
I thought you were done.
No, I wanted you to talk about that game.
We're not on sync anymore. Jefferson Tatum, yes, that's just for a district championship right there.
And which Jefferson team is going to show up, the good one or the sloppy one?
Yeah, and is the coach going to call us if he does happen to lose to Tatum? Coach Jimerson.
Yeah, two great friends of ours, Antoine Jimerson, the coach at Jefferson, and Whitney Keeling, the new head coach at Tatum, and they're both in the playoffs. Right. They've secured playoff spots. So tomorrow night's for that gold football and that one seed going into the playoffs.
That's right. Other great games that are going on tomorrow night. You got Pine Tree at Mount Pleasant. Pine Tree trying to bounce back from that overtime loss last week that Isaac, the intern, failed so miserably at calling.
Nailed it.
Nacogdoches is at Marshall. You got White House at Texas High, which might be my upset pick. I've been thinking about that. You got Lindale at Jacksonville, Wills Point at Quinlan Ford, and what about Spring Hill at Gilmer? That's tough.
Spring Hill's in a tough
district. They're gonna have their hands full.
And that's a quote from Neil McCoy. They're in a tough district.
Yeah. Whenever that you're playing a better team.
Yeah.
That's what else can you say about that game?
I told Neil McCoy, he goes, how are my Spring Hill Panthers going to do this year? I said, well, they're in a tough district. And he goes, that sounds like code for they're not any good. I said, I didn't say that, Neil.
Neil said it.
Neil said it.
Called Neil McCoy. All right. You got Pittsburgh, Liberty, Ilo. Now, there's playoff implications in that game as well.
Love that game.
Carthage at Van. I mean, can Van put up a fight against the Carthage Bulldogs? I mean, they really haven't been tested so far this year.
And Carthage, I believe this is their last regular season game. I think they're off next week. They've already secured a playoff spot. They've already secured the 1 seed. And so you kind of wonder, does Scott give them the full Monty out there in Carthage tonight?
I don't know. I mean, you don't need a full Monty. You can win with a half Monty.
Does it matter?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And Van's pretty dang good, too.
And I've won a lot of things with a half Monty.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Amen, but not... Not a Marconi.
Back to you, Pigskin.
Okay, here we go. Atlanta Gladewater should be an interesting matchup because what Gladewater team is going to show up?
And I think that's going to be an important game also because that's going to determine who ends up being the 4 seed and has to play the 1 seed in the bi-district game. And that's going to be that's pretty much a one-and-done playoff game. So to avoid that, you really want to win that game.
Wascom at Dangerfield tomorrow night. Normally, that would be a little bit more of a key matchup than it is this year because Wascom's a little bit down. Dangerfield, kind of, in my book, middle of the road to good.
Yeah, I think they might just be starting to get clicking.
You got Harleton at Beckville. Can they knock Beckville off tomorrow night?
We've been pointing to that game. If anyone in that district's going to beat the Beckville Bearcats, it's going to be Harleton, so we'll find out tomorrow night.
And just a couple other ones. I mean, and obviously there's 50 games tomorrow night, but you got Alto at Cushing, Overton at Carlisle, and Clarksville at Maud, amongst all the other ones. Oh, in the private school section, you got Bishop Dune taking on Grace, First Baptist at TK Gorman, and Christian Heritage at Providence.
All right, we'll be covering all those games tomorrow night Right now, we're going to send you back to Rose Stadium. Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn, your Eastman Credit Union halftime show continues after this on your home for Longview Lobo football. It's 106.5. It's Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
The best things in life are free. You know, the simple things. Things that bring us joy, comfort, and peace of mind. Things you simply enjoy. With Eastman Credit Union's Beyond Free checking account, that's exactly what you'll get. A checking account that meets your financial needs with no hassles, no hidden fees, and all the features that make managing your money stress-free. Experience the freedom of a Beyond Free checking account from Eastman Credit Union. Open your account today at ecu.org/free.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship. We're going down.
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs.
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Story and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Early diagnosis of breast cancer is the key to survival. See your healthcare professional today. This message courtesy of Annie Dwyer with Worth Clark Realty of Tyler. Annie works with buyers, sellers, and investors to help them achieve the American dream of owning a home. Call Annie at 903-541-9233. That's 903-541-9233. Or visit AnnieDwyer.com. That's your local realtor, Annie Dwyer, with Worth Clark Realty, joining the fight against breast cancer and encouraging women to schedule an exam today.
East Texas heat is coming. Is your AC system strong enough to make it through the summer? Here at Stonebridge Heating and Cooling, our job is to make sure your system is Stonebridge strong. For a limited time, Stonebridge Heating and AC is offering a $79 AC tune-up. That's right, only $79 to make sure your AC is Stonebridge strong. Give us a call today at 903-258-9939 or visit us at stonebridgeac.com.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters, built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Attention all bug police units. Attention all bug police units. We have a 1014 home invasion in progress. Remember to use caution. These delinquents will use any and every means necessary to break into the home. And once inside, they will illegally set up headquarters. Their lawless and destructive ways cannot be permitted to continue.
Don't let pests take over your home. Shut the operation down today. Call the bug police to patrol your property at 553-9003. Online at thebugpolice.com. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 90 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Halftime at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. We're watching the Tyler High School band right now performing after the Longview Lobos, the big mean green marching machine, put on a great show at halftime. Longview leads this ball game by a score of 14-3. Johnny, just a kind of a strange first half in that it seems like Longview's in total control, but the score is only 14-3 right now.
Yeah, and Longview's running game has been pretty good, as Tatum has got almost 100 yards rushing. I've got him with 96, but they haven't thrown the ball hardly at all. And I guess part of the reason is that Tyler has been able to actually hold the ball on some of their drives. They hadn't gotten but 3 points, but they've kept the ball a long time and ran up and down the field. They just couldn't get in the end zone. So it's made for a really, really strange game. It's in some points, Longview's just 1 for 4 throwing the football.
Well, they haven't needed to, and they've been able to run the football pretty much at will against the Tyler Lions, and they've gotten a couple of big plays in the kicking game. Again, they recovered a muffed punt that led to a touchdown, and they blocked a field goal. So they've made big plays when they've needed to make them, and it's 14-3 right now. The Lobos are coming back out on the field right now, and we will be starting the second half momentarily. We're going to take another time out, though. Right now, you are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
The best things in life are free. You know, the simple things. Things that bring us joy, comfort, and peace of mind. Things you simply enjoy. With Eastman Credit Union's Beyond Free checking account, that's exactly what you'll get. A checking account that meets your financial needs with no hassles, no hidden fees, and all the features that make managing your money stress-free. Experience the freedom of a Beyond Free checking account from Eastman Credit Union. Open your account today at ecu.org/free.
This is football. This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. The Ram truck lineup at Peters Ram is designed to go further and experience more. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve the Ram truck that's right for you with the options you want. Peters Ram in Longview.
Bish's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bish's is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bish's RV, where memories begin.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
It is shown that 40% of people begin holiday shopping before Halloween. Broadband makes shopping 100% easier. Get Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. All wireless devices in your home connect best with Cable Link's broadband. It has the fastest speeds and no buffering. If your internet is just okay, switch to a true broadband speed service. We make it easy. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Be a statistic. Shop early and shop online with Cable Link's broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month. So you can finish holiday shopping faster.
Get Cable Link's broadband plus unlimited data, only $24.95 per month. Visit cablelinks.com/connect or call 800-903-0508. Ask about same-day install. Some restrictions will apply.
East Texas heat is coming. Is your AC system strong enough to make it through the summer? Here at Stonebridge Heating and Cooling, our job is to make sure your system is Stonebridge strong. For a limited time, Stonebridge Heating and AC is offering a $79 AC tune-up. That's right, only $79 to make sure your AC is Stonebridge strong. Give us a call today at 903-258-9939 or visit us at stonebridgeac.com.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn back here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Our ball game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The first to offer gig speeds to all the Longview area. Find them at cablelinks.com/getgig now. Well, Johnny, what are you expecting from the Lobos in the second half?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see what Longview does try to do. I think they may change some of the things that they've tried to do offensively. They've been real effective running the football, but I think you may see them try to throw the more passes in the second half. One of the things that I did notice in the second half, or the first half, is the fact that they were trying to play and did play a lot of man coverage out there, and so I would expect at some point in their first possession or two, you see Longview try to hit the big deep route, maybe to Jalen Hale. They did have the one long pass that was called back to DeKalen Reese that was right before the end of the half, but it was wiped out because of a penalty. But he was able to get behind the secondary and make a big play.
Lobos win the district if they win tonight. And so they've got plenty of motivation. You heard John King last week after our ball game saying he wants another gold ball. And it's been a while since they've had one. So they're looking to try to wrap up this district title. Longview's going to kick off to start this second half. They'll put their foot into it. It's going to be taken at the 16, brought out to the 20, and then good coverage downfield. I mean to tell you, DeKalen Reese was down there on top of the kickoff return man immediately. Special teams have been a major factor in this ball game tonight for the Lobos.
Yeah, Longview's done a good job on all their coverages. That was a very impressive play by Longview.
Lions will send Tyler Jones out. He's 6 out of 7 tonight for about 150 yards. And that's been all the offense that Tyler's been able to get going tonight. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Back to throw. Tyler Jones takes a shot deep left side. Nobody anywhere near that.
He took a shot, but they didn't have anybody go out.
Who he was throwing to, I have no idea.
It looked like Coach King.
I wouldn't throw it to Coach King. I don't think I'd get much of a yardage out of that if I did. Incomplete pass is 2nd down and 10 from the 21. Back there alongside the quarterback is Dewberry. A quick pass over the middle, this time high and overthrown. And I think a business decision was made there because it looked like McFall, if that's him, was going to get blasted over the middle. And we saw him coming up gimpy in the first half with a bad ankle, so he's not playing. No,
he was totally uninterested in trying to reach up and grab that pass.
I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. 3rd down and 10. Tyler's football at their own 21-yard line. Tyler Jones, the quarterback. Back to throw. Pressure. Rugeley got him. Rugeley took him down by the jersey. Jeremiah Rugeley is having a heck of a game. That's at least his 3rd sack tonight. And it's dropped him for almost a 10-yard loss all the way back to about the 13-yard line, and that's where the Lions are going to have to punt the football. Longview should get great field position, barring anything weird happening here. Willie Nelson is lined up at the Tyler 45-yard line. Tyler Jones from his own goal line puts his foot into it. It's a short kick, fair catch, muffed it, got on it. Fortunately, Willie Nelson able to keep that ball, and the Lobos are going to have great field position starting at their own 44-yard line, or at the Tyler 44. It was a 31-yard punt.
That's a good first defensive series for Longview. John JT or Tyler High didn't try to run the ball at all. They threw 3 straight passes.
They really have not run the football at all tonight. Handoff, Taylor Tatum hit in the backfield, spins, left side, 40, tripped up. Nice open field tackle back there. Otherwise, Taylor Tatum may still be running. That stop was made by number 12, Corey Gillum. It's a gain of 5, and it looked like it was going to be a lot more, but he stops at the 34. Second down and 5. Handoff, up the middle. Soto this time. Soto gets to the 35 and then is shoved back. He's going to be a yard short of the first down marker. 3rd down and 1. Lobos leading at 14-3. Would like to put this thing away.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a couple scores early here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll come out in the I formation. Tight end on the right side. They'll turn and hand it off. Tatum up the middle. Tough running room. Gets the first down and more to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 and a first down for the Lobos. Move the chains. 9:35 to go 3rd quarter.
It's just a great luxury to have a back like Tatum. I mean, you need yards, and he just almost gets it every time.
The one thing we haven't seen from him tonight other than one time is him being able to bounce it outside and take off. Tyler's got speed. They'll hand it off to Tatum again, and he looks, and he bounces it outside this time. He gets to the 25, 20, down inside to about the 17-yard line. That's 14 yards and a first down for the Lobos. They'll spot him at the 20. 1st and 10 Longview. 9:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. Longview up 14-3 over Tyler. Next week, the Lobos at home for the final regular season game. They'll host West Mesquite on senior night. We'll have that ball game for you with the John King Show at 7 o'clock. Kickoff is at 7:30. Jordan Allen sets up a screen over the middle. Tatum fell down funny on that play, and a flag goes down. Now we get what we usually get with the Tyler Longview game. We get a little pushing and shoving. That just comes with the dinner, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to go against Tyler High.
They set up a middle screen, and the ball was thrown high, and Taylor had to go up and get it. And I was a little concerned the way he came down on that foot. But it may be more just me worrying right now as we get closer and closer to the playoffs.
I think that's it.
I'll worry for Coach King. 2 penalties, both dead ball. Late hit against Tyler. And then unsportsmanlike conduct as Longview answered for it. Offsetting penalties. And that'll make it 2nd down and 10. These two teams just basically have never liked each other. Ever.
They played a lot of games.
If you can't win the game, you got to at least win the fight, right?
Yeah.
Wing left from the gun. Allen on 2nd and 10 from the 20. Handoff. Tatum up the middle. Gets to the 10. 5. Wow. Touchdown. Taylor Tatum.
What a run.
20 yards right up the middle. He broke about 3 tackles to get there.
That was impressive because he was hit at the line of scrimmage, then broke through, was hit again, and then goes right in the end zone.
And that opens up a little breathing room for the Lobos. Taylor Tatum. Man, what a back.
One of the elite backs in the state.
No doubt about that. Fields comes on for the extra point. Snap is back, hold down, a kick is up, and it's good. And with 8:15 to play in the third quarter, Longview now 21, Tyler 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALL-DAN.
Taylor Tatum with his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one from 20 yards out. Longview leads at 21-3 over kickoff taken back at the goal line and brought out to the 5, 10. Down he goes. Again, Longview with terrific kickoff coverage tonight and just no running room out there for the Tyler Lions. On the return, number 23, Caden Drummer. And they're going to start this drive at their own 13-yard line. And, Johnny, you said it in the break. It's hard to find a better back than Taylor Tatum.
He's about as good as you can get. He's one of the elite backs in the state of Texas.
Lions will start again at their own 13. They trail 21-3 now. Tyler Jones has gone all the way at quarterback. And he's back to throw now. Punt, ball knocked out of his hands. Zarius Shepard knocked it out. Let's see who came up with it. Lobo's ball.
Oh, he made a great play. He went behind the quarterback and then came back and slapped the ball out of his hands.
Ethan Pulte came up with it after Zarius Shepard knocked it loose. Great defensive play by Zarius Shepard to knock that ball out of the quarterback's hands. And the Lobos are going to start at the Tyler 7-yard line with 8:02 to play in the third quarter.
Well, that was such a great play by Shepard. I mean, he penetrated and knocked the ball free.
A forced turnover and a really short field for the Lobos now, and now they can just about put this thing away. Sending Hale in motion, runs the jet sweep, cuts, puts his foot in the ground, end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown, Longview. Took a while for the official to throw his hands up, but Jalen Hale has the score. 7-yard run on the jet sweep. On the first play after a forced fumble. And now the Lobos get a chance to go up by 25. We'll see here. Fields with the kick. It's up, and it's good. Longview 28, Tyler 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Experience fun and freedom with the legendary Jeep line at Peters. Built with you in mind and ready for adventure. Choose from the largest inventory in East Texas with nationwide delivery. Or come see us to reserve your next new Jeep with the options you want. Peters Jeep in Longview.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Lobos kick it off. It's taken back at the 15. Got running room to the 20, 25, 30, down to the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down. Kickoff was returned by number 23, Caden Drummer. Good kickoff return.
Yeah, that was a great run by him as he backed up to the goal line and went up the right side and gives him good field position.
7:45 to play in the third quarter. Tyler starts at their own 41-yard line. They trail 28-3 now. Jones has an empty backfield on 1st and 10. He's got 3 wide to the left side, 2 to the right, and he's back to throw. Pressure! Down he goes, and you can credit Chase Smith for that.
Yeah, he stepped up on the line of scrimmage and just ran a blitz and got there and made the tackle.
Dropped him all the way back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 17. Lobo's pass pressure has been intense tonight. Second and a mile for the Lions. Twins to either side. Ball's on the right hash mark. Tyler Jones as the whistle blows. The timeout was called as the play clock got away from him. So we're going to take a 30-second break with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Sophie's Car Wash, a longtime sponsor of Longview Lobo football. Now with their 3rd location in Lakeport, plus the original on Highway 80 and their self-serve location on Wall Street in Longview. For savings and convenience, get a monthly pass good at the Highway 80 location or in Lakeport. Sophie's is a place to be. Once again, Sophie's Car Wash is proud to support Longview Lobo football. Go Lobos!
Play clock was getting away from the Lions. Tyler had to take a timeout with 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Longview leads at 28-3, and Johnny, it just doesn't look like the offensive line for the Lions can handle this Lobo pressure.
Longview is an interesting team because they've got great push up the middle, but they got great speed on the outside, and so it makes it really difficult for the offensive line to figure out who they need to stop to keep them off the quarterback. And the last play came off the corner, but earlier it came right up the middle.
Kind of feels like Longview's playing with 13 guys on defense.
It does.
4 wide again for the Tyler Lions on 2nd down and 17. Jones back to throw. Pressure up the middle again. And he's being chased. He throws it away. It's caught over at the 41-yard line, but no running room from there. It's going to be a gain of about 7-8 yards on the play. Getting up and holding his shoulder, number 46, Kylon Sublett. Hopefully that's just a stinger. But that got about 7-8 yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was another one. He was under huge pressure, and he was fortunate to even get the ball off, much less get a completion.
Empty backfield again, 5 wide. On 3rd down and 9, Tyler Jones, pressure up the middle, is broken up by Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Wow. The receiver, Caden Drummer, ran an in route, and just as the ball got there, Willie Nelson arrived at the same time and knocked it loose. 4th down. Longview defense flying around like their hair's on fire tonight. And the other thing that makes it kind of easy for the defense is they don't have to worry about playing the run at all.
That's true.
They just played pass defense the whole evening. So they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback, who is Jones, and he's punting it right now. And the ball is going to bounce at the 10, take a big Tyler roll, and it's going to roll to the 1-yard line, where it's downed after a 65-yard punt. So the Lobos, with a 28-3 lead, will take over 1st and 10 with 5:52 to go at their own 1-yard line.
I'd like to see Tatum go 99 right here.
That it's possible. Anything's possible with Taylor Tatum. We told you that Jalen Hale needed 87 yards. How about a 99-yard pass right here?
Yeah, that'd be good, too.
They're coming out 2 tight ends, so it's not likely that they're going to do that. They're in the I formation, and they'll turn and hand it off to Tatum. Tatum hurdles a man and gets to the 9-yard line, gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone. It'll be 2nd down and about 2.
I've got him now with 141 yards rushing.
Just another night, right?
Really.
He has been spectacular all year. They'll send Reese out to the left. He's on the line. Hale's the flanker on the right side. They'll hand it off up the middle into the secondary. Breaks outside to the 20, 25, 30, 35. Elijah Johnson with a big gain and a 1st down for the Longview Lobos. 35 yards. Wait, now we got an injured man back at the 13-yard line. This time it's a Tyler player who is down. So let's take a 30-second timeout while they tend to him. You're listening to Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Oh, wait a minute. Timeout. Whoa, timeout.
This timeout brought to you by First Choice Personnel. For all your hiring needs. More Lobo football coming up.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
5:05 to play in the 3rd quarter. Longview is taking control of this game. 28-3 the score now. And getting up and coming off the field very gingerly at this point for Tyler, number 8, Xavier Tatum, one of their starters in the secondary. He is moving real slow. But he's not limping. It's almost maybe like he might be a shot in the head.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of hard to figure out what's hurting on him, but he's walking really slow, so maybe everything's hurting.
That could be his teeth may be hurting right now. He's off the field, and the Lobos are back on 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Split backfield, in the gun, Allen. Play action. Deep ball, right side. Man knocked down. It's intercepted, but a flag goes down. That's going to be pass interference against the Lions. So wipe out that play. Hale was double covered out there.
Yeah, the pass was intercepted, but they knocked the Kalen Reese down.
Yeah. Deshaun Williams was the man who intercepted the ball, but I'll tell you, that's coming back, and Longview's going to keep the football. And Williams knew it because he saw the flags fly, and he just went to the ground. He said, I'm not going to run this thing back for no reason. So, give us the call, Mr. Ref. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. Did they just pick up the flag?
No, I think they picked the flag up.
They moved the ball to the 49. It's 1st and 10, so I don't know what happened. There was not a clear signal by the referees on what the penalty was. Quick pass over the middle, caught, 35, 32-yard line. Allen fired a dart to Jalen Hale, complete for the first down.
That's the first reception for Hale on the night, and it was a nice one. Post route over the middle, good throw, good catch.
They're spotted at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. 1st and 10 Lobos. At the Tyler 33, handoff. Tatum spins, breaks a tackle, thrown down at the 30-yard line. Taylor Tatum picks up 2, 2nd down and 8. 4:09 to play in the third quarter. Tyler trailing Longview 28-3. Lobos led 14-3. Didn't really have a lot of possessions. They only had the ball 4 times in the first half. Their defense has really turned up the heat here in the third quarter. Allen hands it off up the middle. Elijah Johnson finds a big hole and gets to the 25-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain. We'll spot him at the 31. I'm sorry, at the 27. 3rd down and 3. Allen checking the sidelines for the call. Hale goes wide right. I formation, Allen under center. Turns, hands off. Tatum finds running room to the right side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Longview.
What speed. He goes over the tackle and kicks it out to the sideline and outruns the whole team for the score. He's amazing.
27-yard touchdown run, his 3rd of the night. He can run and get you the tough 2 or 3 yards. He can bust it outside and take it to the house on a home run.
But he's just such a weapon.
Wow.
And not only that, Elijah Johnson is too. So you got 2 really good backs.
And then they got 5 more standing on the sidelines.
That's true.
Fields kicks the extra point. Longview up 35-3 now with 2:53 to go third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Attention all bug police units. Attention all bug police units. We have a 1014 home invasion in progress. Remember to use caution. These delinquents will use any and every means necessary to break into the home. And once inside, they will illegally set up headquarters. Their lawless and destructive ways cannot be permitted to continue.
Don't let pests take over your home. Shut the operation down today. Call the Bug Police to patrol your property at 553-9003. Online at thebugpolice.com. They shoot to kill and aim to please.
Not all damage is preventable.
Oh no, the squid monster's attacking our ship! We're going down!
But it is forgivable.
There's a waterfall coming down the stairs!
And fixable.
Flood Out Restoration specializes in residential and commercial water and fire damage restoration. Our services include fast action disaster recovery from fires, water extraction, and structural drying and mold remediation. We coordinate with your insurance company to reduce stress and restore your property quickly to get you back on your feet. FloodOutRestoration.com.
New kicker in the ball game, John Monsives.
Longview Orthopedic
Kicks it off. It's returned back to the 25, but a flag goes down. So we'll see what that's about. Tyler will have the ball 1st and 10. .246 to go in the third quarter. Lobos exploding here.
99-yard drive.
And Tatum's third touchdown. That's pretty fair. Pretty fair response.
Yeah. He's getting close to 200 yards on the night rushing.
Penalties against Tyler on the kickoff return. They'll back it up to the 19 rather. First and 10, Lions football. Longview shows blitz. Jones back to throw. Pressure. Has to step up. Fires it. Dropped. You hear the frustration of the Tyler crowd. Montrell Wade hitting the hands with it. Couldn't hold on to it. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Tyler Jones fires to the right side. Great tackle coming up to make the hit. Nice play by number 9, Jaden Simmons on McFall. And it's 3rd down and 10. Whatever success they were having through the air in the first half, that's just about been smothered here in the second.
Because the defense is just all over everybody in this second half.
3rd down and 11 from the 17-yard line. Snap back. Jones back to throw. Pressure. He's got to step up and run. Fires it left sidelines. It's caught going out of bounds. Jadavian Lacey. It's going to be good for a 1st down to the 36-yard line. Good job evading the pressure and getting the ball out by Tyler Jones, and a 1st down for the Lions. 1:59 to play in the third quarter. 35-3, Longview up on top of Tyler. 3 wide to the right side. Jones again has to roll to his right, fires it deep downfield. McFall was down a step beyond number 9, Jaden Simmons, but the ball was not going to be catchable. Tyler Jones shows you he's got a pretty strong arm, but it's incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they were behind the secondary and tried to go deep on it, but the pass was thrown a long way, but it wasn't very accurate, and it goes incomplete.
2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Tyler at their own 36. Again. Picked off. Oh, he dropped it. Wow. Jaden Simmons was the open man because the receiver ran in and Tyler Jones threw out, and Jaden Simmons was hit right in the hands with it and dropped it. Could have been an interception. Might have gone pick 6.
Yep. There was nothing but green grass between him and the goal line, but dropped it.
So now it's 3rd down and 10. Lions at their own 36-yard line. 4 wide. And Jones drops straight back. He'll fire it deep over the middle, and this time again incomplete. And again, that pass intended for number 2, Ashad Walker. He was covered back there by Willie Nelson. And it's another punt for the Lions.
Yeah, I think those last two passes were just a couple of Hail Marys hoping something would happen.
And you still got more than a quarter to play.
Yeah.
Tyler Jones will punt it. He's standing back at his own 23-yard line. It's a high snap and a short punt. And it hits at the Longview 42-yard line and goes out of bounds for only a 23-yard punt. And the Lobos will take over with 1:29 to play. Again, with great field position. They've had that most of the second half, except for that 99-yard drive. Let me step back on that one for a second. Last possession went 99 yards. Taylor Tatum scoring from 27 yards out. 1st and 10 Lobos. And they will do a quick bubble screen out to Jalen Hale. Gets a block to the 50, to the 45-yard line. He'll have the first down, +3 on a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, and he was one step away from one guy, and that was going to be a touchdown.
Lobos move into Tyler territory at the 45, 1st and 10 with 1:12 to play in the third quarter. 35-3, Longview up on top. They win the district championship with a win tonight. I formation, Allen under center. Oh, right tackle moved. Actually, the tight end, number 81, Jamerson Derensburg, moved early. It's a false start and a 5-yard penalty. So they'll back the ball up to midfield. 56 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Game started to slow down quite a bit now, as Tyler's throwing it on every down. From the I formation, 1st and 15. Handoff, Tatum up the middle to the 40, to the 35, to the 33-yard line.
That's 17 yards.
Tatum with that 17-yard gain makes it 1st and 10. Lobos, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Longview at the Tyler 34-yard line. Again with the I formation. Hale is lined up as a flanker on the left side. Play action and whistle blows. Things getting a little bit sloppy now. It's a false start again against Longview. 5-yard penalty. So I think the problem you have, you talked about it earlier, Johnny, you know you got this thing won, and you just kind of lose a little focus.
Yeah, I mean, that's, although they've come out in the third quarter and they've been pretty awesome,
Oh,
too.
they have been. There's no doubt about it. I think they're going to let this clock run out. We're down to 3 seconds. 1. That's it. The snap's going to be dead. Well, do they let them run it? They're going to let them run it up the middle. As the clock ran out, Elijah Johnson is just blowing through people to the 20-yard line, and they didn't blow the whistle. So they're going to give him a 15-yard gain and a first down on the last play. Wow. At the end of 3, it's Longview 35, Tyler 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview. Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Do you know any experienced health professionals? If so, the team at Christus Good Shepherd would love to meet them. Call us today at 833-315-GOOD and you could receive $1,500 for the referral. We need associates in surgery, lab, imaging, nursing, respiratory, and therapy. At Christus, we value what each individual brings to our mission and aim to create a culture where quality of work and quality of life live harmoniously. It's a win-win. Call today, 833-315-4663.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
First play of the fourth quarter, Elijah Johnson takes the handoff, plows right up the middle to the 12-yard line. Gain of 8. Longview leads at 35-3. 21 points in the third quarter has just about blown this thing up. Fourth quarter brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable TV, the first to offer gig speeds to all the Longview area. Find them at cablelinks.com/getgignow. 2nd and 2. A tight formation for the Lobos. They are in the gun, though. They'll hand it off to Elijah Johnson. Busted outside. 5-10. Touchdown. Longview Lobos. Blowing it open. Johnson from 12 yards out, his second touchdown of the night. Better start making room for that gold ball in the trophy case.
And that gives him 99 yards rushing, and Tatum's got 180. So
Fields kicks the extra point. It's been complete dominance tonight by the Longview Lobos. They lead at 42-3 with 11:14 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
It is shown that 40% of people begin holiday shopping before Halloween. Broadband makes shopping 100% easier. Get Cable Links Broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data together for under $25 per month. All wireless devices in your home connect best with Cable Links Broadband. It has the fastest speeds and no buffering. If your internet is just okay, switch to a true broadband speed service. We make it easy. There's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Be a statistic. Shop early and shop online with Cable Links Broadband, up to 150 meg internet and unlimited data under $25 per month. So you can finish holiday shopping faster.
Get Cable Links Broadband plus unlimited data, only $24.95 per month. Visit cablelinks.com/connect or call 800-903-0508. Ask about same-day install. Some restrictions will apply.
Michael Fields steps into the kickoff after the touchdown by Elijah Johnson, makes it 42-3, taken at the 18, and then great kickoff coverage by the Lobos, drops the return man at the 25-yard line. It has been all Lobos in the second half. Kickoff was returned by number 13, Lacey, Jadavian Lacey, I should say. Lobos came into the game tonight averaging 46 points a game. They're only 4 points away from that. They were only giving up 9 points a game. They're doing better than that right now.
Yeah, it was 14-3 at half, and now it's 42-3.
There you go. Statement in the second half. From the 26-yard line, Tyler Jones and the Lions look for a pass. He's going down. Oh, my goodness. Sacked back there by number 65, Jordan Wright. Pressure. I mean, Tyler Jones has been hit all night long. And he's caught back at the 20 for a 5-yard loss, and it's going to be second down and 15.
you can't say enough in the second half how the defensive front has played. They've just completely covered up Tyler High's backfield.
Jones fires the ball out left side. Broken tackle. Gets to the 30, 35-yard line. Finally brought down there. Catch was made by number 2, Ashad Walker. He was tackled on the play by the defense. Jordan Wright on that stop. 3rd down and 1. Tyler at its own 35. Handoff, right side, picks up the first down, goes down at the 39-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. That's enough for that first. Dewberry on the carry for the Lions. 9:48 to play in the game. Longview 35, check that, 42. Tyler 3. Empty backfield. Tyler Jones motions a man to the right. He looks to the right, fires it over the middle, a short pass caught by McFall to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down from their own 45. Twin receivers to either side. Tyler Jones looking left, fires it left, going up high to catch it. It's complete by Walker, taken down by Chase Smith at the 50-yard line. That should be good for the first down. Lions move the chains with 8:55 to play in the ball game. 42-3, Longview on top. Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. 1st and 10 from midfield. Tyler Jones dropping back, fires deep ball over the middle, double covered, intercepted at the 5-yard line. Coming this way to the 20, to the 30, 35, and then running out of bounds. Number 10, Dadrian Garrett.
It was really double coverage. A nice pick by Garrett, and then he returns it all the way out to midfield.
Dadrian Garrett with the pick. Longview defense has starred tonight.
And in particular in the second half, they've just been unbelievable.
Lobos will start with 8:29 to go in the game. They're at their own 48. They've had tremendous field position most of the second half. Handoff, this time Kelvin Washington. Washington, our new quarterback in the ball game too. As Andrew Tutt is in, and we probably have seen the last of the starters for tonight as their job is done. Massenberg made the tackle. It's 2nd down after no gain on the play. I'm sorry, he picked up about 5 to the Tyler 47. Actually, a 5-yard penalty. He didn't get the rushing yardage. It was against Tyler. Offsides.
I don't think Tyler High's going to like the backup backs too much either.
I don't think so. In the I formation now, Tutt turns, hands off. Washington will get the first down. Ooh, to the 40, and now we got a little bit of pushing and shoving going on in the secondary.
Yeah, starting to get frustrated.
Mackay Stewart out there pushing people around. He just got in the game. John King's pulling him out. Says, son, you haven't been in this game long enough to be pushing on anybody yet. Here come the Lobos, 1st and 10. At the Lions 42. From the eye, Tutt. Hands off, Kelvin Washington. Hit in the backfield. He may get 2 on the play, but no more. 7:09 to play here in the ball game. Lobos lead this series, 52 wins, 39 losses, 7 ties. It's about to be 53. They've won 5 in a row. They're about to make it 6. Last year they won 49-0. Last Lions win was in 2016. 2nd down and 9. Handoff up the middle to the 37-yard line. Trying to see who it was that carried the ball. I never did see.
Me either.
Jonathan Lee?
I think it was Lee.
No, it was 33 Steverson, I believe. Steverson,
okay.
I think. Don't hold me to it. But we're going to start seeing the entire stable out here now. 3rd down and 5 with 6:05 to play in the game. Handoff. Washington up the middle into the secondary to the 20-yard line. Washington with an 18-yard gain and a 1st down.
You know, we've already seen Washington a lot this year, and he would be the star back for a lot of teams. I mean, he's a quality back. He just doesn't get as much playing time.
He's a good one. They're all good. 5:35 to play here in the ball game. 42-3. Longview on top. In the red zone now. 1st and 10. 3 wide to the left side. Tutt hands off. Power run for just a few yards. Tough running by Mekhi Stewart, I believe. Nope, I'm sorry. That's 33 Steverson again. He picked up about 3 at 2nd down and 7. John King just wanting to run this clock out now. And think about it, Johnny. They go into next week. They got nothing to worry about. They've got the gold ball. They've got 1st place in the district. They've got a home playoff game. And the season remains perfect. I formation on 2nd down and 7. Flag goes down as Tutt took the snap. That's going to be a false start against Longview.
I mean, it's a giant bonus when you win the district because you get to play at home the first round of the playoffs. And that's a huge advantage, especially for teams like Longview that play so well at home.
No doubt. Who they play, we have no idea at this point. Texas football has them projected to play Crosby right now. And that game would be at Lobo Stadium. We don't know if it'd be a Friday or a Saturday. Another flag goes down as the handoff is made to Washington. Things really getting sloppy now with a lot of backups in here. False start against the Lobos again. Back it up 5 yards, 4:25 to go in the game. Next week again, Longview at home at Lobo Stadium for senior night. And an opportunity to go 10-0 this year as they host West Mesquite. The last place team in the district, winless going into this ball game in district. 2nd and 15 now. Lobos at the Tyler 27. They have another jump and another false start. This time, Cedric Mitchell jumped ahead of the snap count. It's what you would expect when you got a lot of subs in the ball game that are not used to a lot of game time. But it moves the ball all the way back to the 32-yard line. And Longview now with a 2nd down and 22. Here come the Lobos in that I formation. Turn, handoff, Kelvin Washington. Hit hard at the 30-yard line after only a 2-yard gain. Clock continues to run, 3:41 and counting. They've got to get to the 10 for a 1st down. They're at the 30. Not that it really matters at this point.
3rd down, even though it's 3rd and long, I'd be a little bit surprised they throw the football.
Oh, I'd be stunned. I don't see that happening. They do come out with 2 wide to the right side. Excuse me. On a jet sweep to Kelvin Washington. Tries to take it over the left side, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and it goes down at the 26-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 15 with 2:50 to go in the ball game. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable, First Choice Personnel, Bish RV, Soapy's Car Wash, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, the Bug Police, Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center, Flood Out Restoration, and McDonald's Quality Body Works. Handoff on 4th down, coming around the edge to the 20, and a flag goes down. Kelvin Washington, that may be a hold or a block in the back. Whatever it is, it just slows the inevitable down.
It also stops the clock.
Yeah. A game that should have ended 20 minutes ago continues. It's a block in the back, and it is going to be declined, and the ball will go over on downs. Tyler will take it with 2:24 to go in the game. They'll be at their own 20-yard line, and they trail 42-3. Rickland Holmes' team getting ready to go to 2-7 on the year. Been a hard year for the Lions and their fans. Tyler Jones still in at quarterback. Drops straight back. Fires it deep, left side. It's well overthrown. There was no chance for Ashad Walker to run far and fast enough to get to that ball. That stops the clock at 2:17. Be sure and stay tuned after the ball game. We'll recap the scoring as we head into the law offices of Sorey and Hoover postgame show, and we'll talk to the victorious coach John King, the district championship coach John King. Man in motion goes to the far side. That's McFall. Tyler Jones with a high snap. Back to throw on 2nd and 10. Fires it right side. Intercepted. 35-30. 25-20. And down he goes. And that gives the Lobos another turnover. Trying to catch the number. It's one of the young bucks that doesn't get a chance to play much. Number 21, Thomas Roll.
Thomas Roll with the interception.
So he's got something to talk about now.
Yep.
When he goes to school tomorrow. Roll, a junior. Doesn't get to see much playing time, but he got a pick there. So with 2:07 to play, Lobos have the ball at the Tyler 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle, breaking into the secondary. 15-10 down to the 7-yard line. Looks like 35, and that's Jonathan Lee.
It's a nice hard run by him.
Yes, it is. 150 and counting. I wonder if Coach King's going to consider taking a knee at this point.
Well,
he's letting the clock run.
I don't think they'll take a knee because I think he's like the guys that are, well, I think you're right now. It looks like they are going to take a knee.
They did take the knee with 1:25 to go. I understand you want to let the guys who don't play much get a chance, but it's 42-3.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's doing the right thing here.
I'm good with this. And the clock's just going to run down. They'll be able to take one more knee, and then they'll be able to call it a night. Lobo coach is packing up to go downstairs now in the booth next to us. One more victory formation, that knee, and that's going to be the ball game. Maybe they'll have to snap it one more time. Yep, they will. Clock runs at 34. Longview Lobos, your District 7 5A Division I champs. With this play here, Tut with the kneel down, and it's over. 22 seconds to go, and both teams head to the sidelines. And the Longview Lobos line up to go to handshake with the Tyler Lions. Coach John King and the Longview Lobos are your 2022 District 7 5A Division I champions. They clinch the district championship, first place, a first-round home game in the playoffs against the fourth-place team in District 8, which is the South District. Coach King gives his friend Rickland Holmes a hug. It's a fierce rivalry, but these two guys have a lot of respect for each other. But tonight it was the Lobos' night. Let's take a timeout. Our final score, Longview 42, Tyler 3. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
And for the win, name something that is hard to find.
Your keys, 4-leaf clover, needle in a haystack, true love.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a job. Better luck next time.
Don't trust luck. Trust First Choice Personnel. For years, First Choice has been delivering hard-to-find talent, even in highly competitive sectors. First Choice Personnel will be the only choice you need. FirstChoicePersonnel.net.
Bitch's RV is a bit new around here, so we have questions. What exactly is bigger in Texas? Is it really everything, or is it just high school football? We can't wait to see for ourselves every Friday night with our Longview Lobos family. Bitches is built on family, and fun, and lifelong memories. Sounds like football in Texas, right? So we got your back every pregame, tailgate, postgame, after party, and everything in between. Go Lobos! Bitches RV, where memories begin.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/find. That's ZipRecruiter.com/find.
Party Gras starts now. 50 million albums sold. Star of hit shows on VH1 and ABC. Bret Michaels. Nothing but a good vibe tour. Live. Friday, November 4th. Stage 271, Grand Choctaw Casino and Resort. Just north of Paris, Texas on Highway 271. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Nothing but a good vibe tour. Sponsored by ShopBrettMichaels.com.
Where can you deck the halls and the front yard? Lowe's, actually. Decorate your holiday home with pre-lit artificial trees, starting at only $99. Put your yard on holiday display with outdoor inflatables starting at just $22.98. Holiday shop your way in-store, pick up curbside, or just get it delivered. And check back daily for deals during Black Friday month. Start saving now at Lowe's. Home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Finding the right Medicare plan? Oof, no easy feat. Kind of like those dances my granddaughter loves making me do. But then I found Walgreens FindRx coverage. Lets you compare plans online, over the phone, or in person. Made Medicare shopping so easy. Plus, I found plans with low-cost copays. I can get down with that. When you need to talk Medicare, Walgreens is here. Start shopping today at walgreens.com/Medicare.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview wins the district tonight. On the 9th game of the year, they wrap it up with a 42-3 win over the Tyler Lions. I'm Brian Houston with Johnny Vaughn, and we are delighted to be here for the law offices of Sorey and Hoover postgame. Recapping the scoring in this ball game, Tyler won the toss, elected to defer, then tried some trickery right off the top where they tried an onside kick. Recovered it, but the Longview defense stiffened and they had to settle for a punt, so they got nothing off of that onside kick. Later, they muffed a punt, Tyler did, to Corey Gillum, fumbled it. It was recovered by Longview. They drove 19 yards. Elijah Johnson scored from 9 yards out with 4:46 to go in the quarter, and Longview led it 7-0. Later, Tyler with a drive of its own, 73 yards. They kick a 32-yard field goal by Joskar Lara. That made it 7-3 at the end of one quarter. Longview on top. Longview comes back in the second quarter and peels off a 62-yard drive. They get a 34-yard run by Taylor Tatum, and then Tatum takes it in from 2 yards out to make it 14-3 with 10:36 to play in the first half. Later, Lara with a 33-yard field goal for Tyler, and that gave the score of 14-3 at halftime, Longview on top. Then in the third quarter, the fireworks started and Longview took control of the ball game. They had a 49-yard drive. Taylor Tatum scored from 20 yards out to make it 21-7 with 8:15 to go in the third quarter. That's followed up by a huge fumble. Zarius Shepard knocked the ball out of Tyler Jones's hand. Ethan Pulte recovered it. Longview took it in for the score. Jalen Hale with a 7-yard run to make it 28-3 with 7:54 to go in the quarter. Still in the third quarter, a 99-yard drive by Longview. Taylor Tatum scores from 27 yards out with 2:53 to play in the quarter, made it 35-3. In the fourth quarter, Elijah Johnson added a 12-yard touchdown run to make it 42-3 with 11:14 to go. And Dadrian Garrett had an interception at midfield. And the Lobos, Thomas Roll also with a pick tonight coming in garbage time. And Longview wins it by a score of 42-3. And, Johnny, they are the district champions.
Yeah, and we keep talking about this, but it makes a difference when you go into the playoffs and you play the fourth-place finisher from the other district and you get to play it at home. I mean, that is a huge advantage to start off the playoffs.
No doubt. And so we're going to be talking to John King here just shortly, as soon as he makes his way up to the press box at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Let's take a time out. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
East Texas heat is coming. Is your AC system strong enough to make it through the summer? Here at Stonebridge Heating and Cooling, our job is to make sure your system is Stonebridge strong. For a limited time, Stonebridge Heating and AC is offering a $79 AC tune-up. That's right, only $79 to make sure your AC is Stonebridge strong. Give us a call today at 903-258-9939 or visit us at stonebridgeac.com.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, pills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. The Longview Lobos win it by a score of 42-3 over the Tyler Lions. And we now welcome the district championship winning coach, John King. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. That sounds good for this football team.
It's nice.
Can't do any worse than share it, whatever the district rules are. That's what I told the kids. Next week our goal is to see if we can run this thing with a perfect record and be the sole champions.
Well, what did you think about tonight's ball game?
Kind of started about like I thought. I was a little bit worried about that. It took a minute to get going, and then we did, and we ran the ball effectively. Probably should have dialed a few more pass plays, I think, on offense. And defensively, after a couple of drives, hit a big play. I think the big thing was we blocked the field goal to kill that drive, and played outstanding in the second half. We adjusted to what they were doing, and didn't give them much, in the second half. So pretty good night.
I don't even know where to start. One of the first things, the first half, your kicking game with the muff punt, you recovered that. That sets up a touchdown. You blocked a field goal. And then your kick coverage was fantastic. It was,
tonight. And except the one where they had a block in the back, and,
right.
and that play that hurts because we lost Drake Mayfield for the year on that play. But he got blocked in the back. And that was the one we lost contain there. But other than that, great kick coverage. We punted the ball, I guess, that one time and got the muff punt, and then, like I said, blocked the field goal. We were good on extra points, so it was a pretty good night. Started off with a kicking game blunder. The onside kick we didn't field. So, but all in all, I thought we played pretty well. I knew that Tyler was going to come out fired up. They still had an outside chance at a playoff spot. They hadn't went out. And then hope for some help, and they were going to play hard. It was senior night, and on a short week that got short and hurry.
I was going to ask about that. What did that do to your preparation? How much did that impact your team? It didn't look like it affected them very much.
Well, at this stage of the game, that's what I told the kids. Said, here's the deal. It's like making a halftime adjustment. Said we got a day in advance to do it. But here we got to adjust the plan. We got to be ready to go. So I was a little bit worried. We didn't get a full practice in Monday because of the potential rain that was coming, so we went during the period, and it was very light. Hoping we may, come back after school. We chose to go ahead and just lift weights and watch video and get that flushed. And then Tuesday we had a good practice, and then yesterday, when it all took place, we had planned to come back after school, so we had luckily had switched things up, gone during the period. And we were on the field when it was confirmed. So, we got to work in and got off. So, but practice is important. But at this stage of the game, losing a day due to the weather, it didn't hurt us as bad.
Pass rush was insane tonight.
We felt like we could get pressure on the quarterback. We got some guys that can rush the passer. Disappointed some of the containment we had because, they got an empty set or whatever, and we'd lose contain. They'd find an open receiver because the DB made a mistake, come off his receiver because he saw a quarterback scramble, and hit a couple behind us there. And can't do that. But other than that, a couple of the quarterback scrambles, I thought we got pressure. I don't know how many sacks we got. We got a bunch.
I lost count. It was probably 5 or 6 at least.
Yeah.
At least.
And if you didn't get the sack, you were still putting pressure. Just up the middle, from the outside. Actually, I think the last 3 weeks, it seems like every week we've gotten better on our defensive rush.
Yeah, that's what we tell our kids. You work your tail off, get the 3rd and long. It's time to eat. Go get a sack. Go get a pick. And that's what you live for as a defensive lineman, right? You'd rather rush the passer than defend a run, defend a double team. And the secondary guys, they looking for picks. That time to go get a ball. Buddha got a pick tonight. Thomas Roel got a pick.
Yeah.
He subbed in. We had a couple of injuries, so he had to sub in at a nickel back, something that he might have practiced one day this season. Pretty intelligent kid, goes in, doesn't get out of position, makes a play.
Got something to talk about tomorrow.
He sure does.
Now, the other thing, too, Jeremiah Rusley, he's really seemed to crank it up here the last 2-3 games.
He's tough to handle. He's strong, explosive, got a great jump off the ball, and he can bull rush you. He can speed rush you. He's got moves, so they tried to chip him tonight. They put a wing over there and tried to double him, and chip him and things like that. So that's what he's going to see. But, yeah, he got after it. But, Shepard had a couple of sacks. I thought interior, Watkins and Pulte, Billy Smith, I can name them all.
Yeah.
McQuaven Jackson, Jordan Wright, all those guys, they just play hard. And they're not real big. They're strong, they're fast, they're quick, and they play with an attitude.
See, I got all that out of the way so Johnny can talk the rest of the night about the running game.
Yeah. The running attack tonight was just unbelievable. I've got over 300 yards rushing. And Tatum with 180, then Elijah Johnson with right at 100, and then Watson comes in, he gets about 40.
Yeah, well, we felt like we could run the ball. That was going to be something we needed to do. And really looking at the weather forecast throughout the week, we said we need to be able to run the football if it's, raining. And so that was kind of a big part of the plan. We did have some throws we didn't dial up, wish we had. Had one misread. We had a screw up on the screen, tackle cut instead of high set, and that's what tripped Tatum up over there. So we had a couple of plays could have hit. But I felt like early on we need to go ahead and just establish a run. And we did.
I think you did.
We did, and we punched in some scores. Only had 19 snaps in the first half, so really didn't really get in a rhythm and have a chance to do a lot of things. And, my thought was if you can run it and you can pound it, let's go and get this touchdowns. We can get us a 14, 21-point lead, then we can open it up a little bit more. And that's what we did. We just felt like that's something we could do. And we hit some big runs, and Taylor had a big night. Thought offensive line blocked pretty well. So, good night.
What a good idea to move it to the night.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. It was a mutual agreement, and it was the right decision. You got to think about everybody involved, and you can't think selfishly. You got to think about the bands and the dance lines and the cheerleaders and the parents. They had senior night. It was going to hurt our crowd. Our band probably, I don't know if it came due to the rain that is forecast. I mean, probably been a very sparse crowd. So it was the best decision to make. And, both schools and their administration and football people and athletic people said, let's do it. So we did it.
Coach, I want to ask you, because you've come into this season knowing that this team was potentially going to be very good. Mm-hmm. What's it mean to you when you win a district championship with a team that's doing what it's supposed to do?
This team is talented, but they are, and I've said it from the jump, they're so good together. They're good in the locker room. They're good around each other. They practice the right way. There's no selfish attitudes. They may trash talk each other and practice a little bit, get it going, but it's not. It's nothing too severe. They're competitive. They know how to practice. There's some days offense wins, some days the defense wins. But iron sharpens iron, and I'm just so proud of how they act. Very high character kids, and got great support at home. So it means a lot. And we got 28, 27, I forget, 28 seniors. That we have on this football team that have been a part of this program for 4 years. And they bought in, and they put forth all the effort. And, leadership from them. I'm looking forward to recognizing them next Friday night at Lobos Stadium with senior night. We'll recognize the football players, the Vuettes, and the cheerleaders pregame. And, being able to recognize those guys. And it'll be their last regular season game at home. They got one more in the playoffs. They've guaranteed that. So just want it to be a big night for them. And we're fortunate, Lobo Nation, have a group of kids like this. But it starts at home, I can tell you that. And we're fortunate with this particular group of just having great support. I mean, they work well together. They care about one another. And when you do that and limit the number of distractions, whether it's in-house or outside the field house, whatever, then you got a chance to be a good football team.
You got 1 week to go. You got a game against a team that you're going to be heavily favored against in West Mesquite next week. So now that you've got all these things that you've accomplished, how do you keep them interested this week?
Well, the goal is to finish with a perfect record, 10-0, sole champion, but win the game senior night. Make sure all the seniors get in. That's going to be my challenge to them. Whether everybody plays or not, it's up to y'all. It ain't going to be on me. I want everybody to play. But we've got starters, we've got backups, we got third stringers. So for everybody to get in, you starters better go take care of business. And that's the message I'm going to give them. And don't share the district title. I mean, you go 10-0, it's yours. And we get to go ball, get our pitcher on the wall, home game, first round, and then, it's sudden death then. So, but that's the message next week. And I just want to do it right and want everybody to enjoy it. And I hope we can go take care of business. West Mesquite now, they've had a rough season. There's no doubt about it. They lost some key players, some very explosive players. But early on in the year, they were playing close ball games. I guess they were 2-1 or 3-0 in non-district. And first couple of district ball games, they were competitive, and they've kind of had a depleted roster.
Mm-hmm. How's Haynes doing?
He's okay.
Shoulder okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been checked out. He'll be fine. We'll see. He's kind of day to day as far as that, but it's been a bad year for him and the Aggies. Just you get benched, you come back, you get a second life. You one play away from beating Bama, and you battle back from down 17-0 against South Carolina, and you get hurt. I mean, you're three points down when that happens. So they just got to find a way to stay healthy. They got to find a way to win a game. So we'll see. But he'll be fine. It's his injury is non-surgical, so that's the big thing.
Good deal. Well, Coach, again, congratulations to you and the Lobos on that district championship, and we're excited about the opportunity to see an undefeated team next week.
Well, I hope we end it undefeated. And that's just going to be our goal, our weekly goal, and it's important that we do it. But I appreciate y'all, and I hope we have a big turnout next Friday night for senior night, and so we'll see.
Johnny, anything final from you?
No, I just say great games, great effort tonight by everybody, and we're happy to win this game.
They're all good.
No such thing as a bad win.
There's not.
Coach, thanks again. Congratulations. John King, the district championship coach for the Longview Lobos. We'll take one time out. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up from Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Longview wins it by a score of 42-3 over Tyler. They go to 9-0. They're now 5-0 in district, and the Lobos will be going for an undefeated season next week as they take on West Mesquite at Lobo Stadium for senior night. Johnny, any final thoughts before we turn you loose?
I just thought it was great effort tonight. I mean, it started out a little bit slow, and then it just was like a snowball. We ran the ball well. We played pressure on the quarterbacks. This is a great way to bring in next week and get ready for the playoffs. You want to play like this and play like this next week. Play at home for the first round. I mean, this is a team with a lot of talent and a lot of expectations, and so far they lived up to them.
No doubt. Thank you again, sir, for a great night. Enjoyed it.
You bet.
Johnny Vaughn with us. Again, next week we'll be at Lobo Stadium, final regular season game of the year, but now we know we've got a playoff game from Lobo Stadium. So once again, we'll be on the air next Friday night at 7 o'clock for the Coach John King show, followed up at 7:30 by the Longview Lobos hosting West Mesquite on senior night. So once again, the final tonight, Longview 42, Tyler 3. For Johnny Vaughn, for Matt Morton back at the station, I'm Brian Houston. Thanks very much for listening tonight. You have been listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Dan Story has been named to the top 10 nursing home lawyers in the state of Texas. Many East Texans have questions about the care of their loved ones in a nursing home. They just don't know who to ask. If you suspect your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, unexplained falls and bruises, malnutrition and bed sores, call for a free consultation. 903-CALL-DAN. As a community, it's important to look out and protect our elderly population. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo Postgame Show, an exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM.
Also brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover.